Hello, people of YouTube.
Yes.
We're back with a podcast, and this time it won't be 4 hours. 3 hours, however long it was.
Hopefully.
And Kai will still be fighting them Death Stranding missions in Fallout Shelter.
Fuck off.
But no,
we're filming this at a reasonable time. I've had 2 energy drinks. I've actually eaten something. I'm not going to fall...
Also, with this recording, we are doing it the day before it goes live. So if it's live on a Sunday... Yes. We've done our job. If it's live after that,
just to make it even so we have to do it. This has been recorded on the 7th of July, and it will be going up on the 8th of July.
So podcasts should work like that. So it'll be the next day. So everything we talk about should be relevant to that time. E3 was a week after, so it was a bit.
Yeah. Well, we were busy. It
was a bit like KSI according to Logan Paul, a bit irrelevant. So. But hey.
No, I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, it's just a shitstorm, isn't it, with their press conference and that. But that's not why we're here.
I was going to say I haven't actually watched it.
Oh, it's just.
I watched the fight, but I haven't watched any of the build up.
All I can say is the commentary is, "Let's go, champ." Like they got this it was a boxer, like a heavyweight boxer or something. Okay. I don't know who he is, and he just says "champ" a lot. It's like, "Let's go, champ." Oh, champ! And it's just like, oh.
Whose side is he on?
He's on both, but he just says champ a lot. He calls everyone champ.
I was going to say, technically KSI is the champ, right? He's the one with the YouTube boxing belt or whatever.
Oh, yeah. That's
the one he paid for himself.
Calling him out right now.
No, I wouldn't.
No. The only person I'd box for YouTube would be Paul. Because I'd love to just punch him.
Speaking of, Paul, how are you doing? Same as always.
One day he will be here. But anyway, so the podcast will be...
to be here today.
The podcast will be more organised, apart from that minute and a half where we just went on something else. Yeah. But we'll be talking about gaming news, music. Movies. Probably won't be as much. Yeah, movies
and films.
Movies and films, that's the one.
Movies and TV shows.
I knew you were going to get me back for the Death Stranding missions.
Yeah. What have we done?
We'll also talk about topics, news events, things like that. But
yeah, we've got a couple of trending, no major trending things. Well, except for one thing. It's kind of big right now.
Oh yeah, and we'll go on to that later.
I'm sure.
Don't want to waste my singing lungs yet. But yeah, so what should we start with today then, Kai? Do you reckon we're going to gaming news?
Yeah, I suppose so.
We are born to play games.
I was going to say we're born to play games. We're of course born for many other things, but first and foremost, we're born for games.
Yeah, games. I wouldn't say it's our lives much anymore because of work and social commitments.
I don't know. I still play a lot of games.
I very rarely play games, but
I try to. I'm just like, no, I like games. I'm gonna play games. I don't care if it's stupid o'clock at night. I want to play games.
Fair play. Yeah, fair play. I like your commitment. But anyway, talking of games we haven't played for I haven't played for a while. I don't know if you have.
I haven't played it in a long fucking time either.
Overwatch has a new character.
Well, it's not out yet.
No, it's not.
It's not out yet. I believe his name's Wrecking Ball. I don't know if that's a placeholder name. A bunch of people I've seen have just called him Hamtaro, but I think that's just a stupid, like a goofy name they've given him. Because he's a hamster.
Yeah, he's essentially a hamster in a hamster ball.
Yes, but if the hamster ball had giant machine gun turrets and could just clobber the fuck out of everyone.
It's essentially a mixture of a few characters, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of like the machine gun part is definitely Diva.
Yeah.
But he's got this really cool thing where he can lasso onto something and it propels him forward and literally swings around like a wrecking ball and just wipes people out.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, yeah, like I say, I haven't really paid much attention to it, so that's pretty cool. Yeah,
I watched Barry Kramer, the former Game Grump. He was streaming it and just having the time of his fucking life because it was a hamster and a hamster ball.
It's pretty cool. It's not every day you can say...
Well, because... It's kind of like a joke at the same time because they've talked about how they had concepts for a Jetpack Cat character.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, please make the Jetpack Cat. We want the Jetpack Cat. And they're like, we probably won't make the Jetpack Cat.
It is strange when games do things like that. Like in Trials Fusion when they just released a flying unicorn that was driven by a cat.
Yeah.
Like, Ubisoft, what are you playing at?
That's when Trials got weird.
What drugs are you on?
Can I have some, please?
But yeah. Right, what would be the next topic, do you reckon?
Could talk about the possibility that Left 4 Dead 3 could be happening.
Yes.
Could be. It's not confirmed yet, but there have been some rumblings. There's been a lot of rumours about Left 4 Dead 3 over the last few years now that I'm thinking about it. Because there was a thing a few years ago where somebody went on a tour of Valve offices and they were peeking through doors and what have you, and they saw a thing that mentioned Left 4 Dead 3.
Oh.
So I think it's if Because Valve have said they want to get more into the making games part of it again. Because obviously for a while they've been focusing on Steam and making that like a steady platform and just making an unholy fuck ton of money off of it.
Yeah.
But now they want to start making games again. And I believe, from what we've seen, Left 4 Dead is going to be the first series to come back.
Very nice. To be fair, like you could, in some contrast, you could say Rockstar, similar to that, with like GTA Online, and they just stopped not stop making games. There was games in development, but
sorry, you've just said GTA Online, and that's something that a news story that just jumped into my head that we haven't actually mentioned, like we didn't plan for. There was a thing where people got a message in GTA Online saying that GTA 6 was coming next year.
Oh
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jesus, well, I'm happy about that.
I'm not sure if that's an actual thing or whether it's just Rockstar goofing people.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but it just seemed a bit weird that they just get a message in GTA Online saying, hey, it's coming next year.
Unless a developer someone got kicked out fired for whatever reason.
I mean, maybe.
You slept with my wife, you're out. Well, I'm going to put this in the coding, dickhead.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that was the thing that happened. But anyway,
that's excited me.
Yeah.
Obviously, they got Red Dead as well coming up soon.
Yes.
Well,
if it doesn't get fucking delayed again.
Yeah. Well, we didn't get any information, did we? Really? Well, we didn't get anything at E3.
I didn't see anything about it either.
So,
unless it was in one of the coverage days or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, Left 4 Dead 3. So there was that a while ago, with the people seeing Left 4 Dead 3 mentioned while they were on the tour of the Valve offices. But recently, where did it come from? I don't. Fuck, my mind's just fogged up on myself. I'm fading out again.
Oh, here we go.
No, it's not that. It's just I've got too many things rushing through my head at once.
It's trying to think of what to say.
And also, it is fucking hot in here.
It is very hot.
Holy shit! It is. This is not normal England weather.
According to my phone, it's 23 degrees.
What, in this room?
Not in this, just in
it's
this
probably
general
hotter
location.
in this fucking room.
Oh yeah, it will be. I literally have a bottle of ice.
You do. You literally have a bottle of ice. No, there's rumours come out, because obviously they've said they want to get back into the gaming thing, and apparently they've put out job listings for some game stuff, and they've been in talks with Evolve, the people who made Evolve. Can't remember for the fucking life of me who made Evolve, because let's face it, I can't even remember Evolve.
Wasn't that free at one point?
It was. It wasn't worth it. Yeah, so they've been in talks with those guys because they helped make the first couple games, and there's nothing confirmed yet. People are just piecing things together and being like, Left 4 Dead 3, it's got to be coming.
Yeah,
it's got to be coming.
There's a lot of things like that. There are a lot of games Half-Life always says, "Oh, it's coming." There's leaks.
I mean, Half-Life 3 being confirmed is more of a meme than a thing that's actually going to happen. I'd be surprised if they ever make it, because I feel like the hype and the expectation of it is so damn high that if they could make a 10 out of 10 masterpiece, and there would be people who would be like, no shit, it didn't satisfy me. It's been built up that much that I just don't see it working out, even if it does come.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Then there's more zombies on Horizon as well with
Dead Island 2.
Yeah,
a game that I fucking forgot was happening.
Yeah. Deep Silver on Twitter replied to comments and even stated on there that it's still in development. After, I think was it Techland you discovered helped out make the others?
Because I literally stood up and looked at the case.
They dropped out in, I believe it was 2014 that I read an article, and then
how long ago it was announced?
Yeah, it was meant to be released in 2016.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, so it was meant to be released in 2016, but it wasn't. And then the makers of Sonic, the racing game.
Yeah, Sonic Superstar Racing thing.
And Little Big Planet 3.
I
found it on my phone now.
He's got the notes. He's got the notes.
But they took over production in March 2016. So hopefully something comes from that. Because it looked pretty decent, the trailer. Yeah. I know it was a cinematic trailer, but it looked like it was going to be a lot better than the first one and Riptide. Because I wasn't a big fan.
I mean, I didn't mind them, but again, I am just a sucker for zombie games. Ever since I started playing Dead Rising and then the Call of Duty zombie things took off, I just love zombie games.
Yeah.
Granted, that doesn't mean every zombie game is fucking fantastic. Left 4 Dead 3 and 4.
Oh, brilliant. But
I mean, Left 4 Dead 3 wasn't that bad, but 4? Have you seen 4?
do you mean Dead Rising?
Yeah.
I think you said Left 4 Dead then.
Did I?
Yeah. Are you tired again? No, I'm joking.
No, there's too many zombie games.
There is plenty of zombie games.
It was an oversaturated market, but fuck, I just love zombie games.
There
See,
is
Left 4
good.
Dead contributed to my love as well. I just played them fucking religiously.
Yeah. Left 4 Dead games were good. My opinion, if Left 4 Dead 3 did like a community like map maker or something.
Yeah, well, they kind of had that with Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, because obviously, well, with PC, cause they did like modded maps and what have you, and you just put them in, like, I did that. I modded the fuck out of Left 4 Dead 2. I loved it. Like, I didn't even have the original cast anymore. Fucking Coach was turned into Lee Everett from Walking Dead. I'm pretty sure I turned Nick into Frank West. I can't.
Didn't you have Chuck Green as well?
Yeah, I had Chuck Green as one of the characters. I can't remember which fucking one. But I just changed a bunch of the fucking characters. I think I had the chick from Lollipop Chainsaw in there as well. I know I had the chainsaw from Lollipop Chainsaw.
Nice.
I also think I had the... Remember in Dead Rising 2, there was that guy who like kidnapped a woman and tried to marry her, and he had that massive pink chainsaw.
Oh, yeah.
I think I had that chainsaw in there as well.
Nice. With jumping back to Lollipop Chainsaw, the world's dirtiest achievement was in that game. You had to look up her skirt.
I've never actually played that game.
I've never played the game.
No, but I've just seen like videos on YouTube where it's like, you look up her skirt, you get an achievement. But it also makes you feel bad.
I'm pretty sure if you go to Paul Potts 96, look for achievement list, the only achievement he will ever have on that game will be that one.
Highlighted achievement. But one of the top 10s we've got written down is like our top 10 achievements we've earned. That will easily be his number 1.
Oh, God, yeah.
Number 2 will be pressing start in the Simpsons game.
I think my number 1 would be getting start.
Yeah.
Or even the Deadpool game. I think you get like 4 in the first like opening scene.
You do actually, yeah.
So there you go. There's top 5 already. But yeah. So it was good.
Fuck, what were we talking about?
We were talking about Dead. Obviously
just modding the fuck out of Left 4 Dead. But yeah, just added a bunch of campaigns. But if they added that kind of thing in. Because modding on console is becoming more of a thing. Like they've done it with a bunch of the Bethesda games, not Sony, which we'll talk about Sony's problems with the gaming world later.
Yeah,
but
you think they would? We're obviously going on to that, but I don't see why they wouldn't.
But like they put a bunch of mods on like all the Bethesda games on Xbox. They have to fight to get it on PlayStation, but they have.
Yeah.
Obviously PC is just always there, and you get all the snooty fuckers like, oh, we have mods all the time, and we've got more mods. They're unmoderated. We can have tits. And I'm like, why would you want tits?
To be fair, some mods or some some people call them like add-ons to games. Like you can get a whole new world.
I was going to say some mods are just full-on add-ons. Like there are people making a mod for Fallout 4, which is just straight up New Vegas.
Yeah.
It's fucking like what? How you do this? Why? I mean, it's an awesome idea, but why? Just buy New Vegas.
That would be good.
Yeah.
But yeah. So obviously Fallout 76 as well. There's not a lot more on that yet.
There's a mod for that. People have made Fallout 4 multiplayer.
Oh, there?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, straight away. But
as soon as they found out, they're like, oh, we should do that. We should turn it on.
You definitely would like... If I was a game developer, like of a small industry or company,
just look at mods.
And I'd just look at mods and be like, do you know what? That guy's just created a whole new like universe with barely nothing.
The thing is, Valve do that. Valve look at people who make mods and be like, this guy has just made this fucking amazing. Let's bring him on. But like Team Fortress 2, somebody made the original Team Fortress Classic was a Quake mod, and the people at Valve were like, hey, that's good. Do you want to come make Team Fortress 2?
Help out on that?
Like, we'll hire you to make Team Fortress 2 for us. Anyway,
yeah. So any of you out there that have ever made a good mod that's had like multiple million downloads, apply for the job listing.
Exactly.
Because Valve obviously love it.
Literally, this is a bunch of games that were made as mods and just turned into full-blown fucking games. It's awesome.
Got to love mods. You've got to love mods, but you've also got to hate mods at some.
Some mods can be fucking awful.
Yeah. It's a bit like Marmite. You either love them or you hate them. Sort of. Well,
I love mods. If it's a good mod, I love it.
Like Macho Man Randy Savage, Skyrim's a dragon, and
that's the best mod. There's nothing quite like you play vanilla Skyrim, you just walk along, you hear like the dragon and just like that was a shit impression. But if you're just walking along and you just hear in the distance, ooh yeah,
yeah, you know you're in for a good afternoon. Anyway, jumping off that subject,
fucking...
you touched up on a little bit, with obviously Sony being hated.
Like, they're not so much being hated,
No.
it's just a lot of people just don't understand why they're doing it, and I don't either. Because, like, go back a few years ago when, like, the first announcement of the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, when people compare the two, they're like, the Xbox One is kind of looking at, like, the multimedia center kind of thing. Like, they've got the TV, the music, and they've got a few games. But PlayStation was just all about the games. It's look at our games, look at the games that I think could run. It was literally, I swear, it was literally pegged as for gamers.
Yeah, essentially.
Like, for the player.
That's it.
For the player.
So
they've built up this reputation as, we do stuff for the player. But they just don't want to do cross-platform play. No.
Xbox has done it so much for things.
Xbox has done it. Nintendo, I mean, they don't there's no representative of PC, but they just integrate it with PC.
Yeah. Like Rocket League, that's Xbox, PC.
Yeah. Fortnite, that's fucking Xbox, PC, mobile, Switch.
Yeah.
Fucking hate Fortnite. But they're just having so much trouble. The PlayStation just doesn't want to play. They're just like, no.
For the players, but...
Yeah, for the players, but for our players. Fuck your players.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
The one thing you can't ever... Well, I can't fault with Sony is their exclusives.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, their exclusives is... just oof.
Oh,
Lord.
Lord.
But they just don't want to share.
No. They're money-grabbing bumholes sometimes.
Oh yeah, they can be. But
then, I
suppose that's the reason why they're still fucking here.
Yeah, well, that's
it's one of the top dogs. But I mean, they're upsetting a lot of people. Because, what was it they did before? Like, the mods. They had because one of the people who was called out PlayStation recently was Todd Howard of Bethesda. And he said, because people were asking him, is Fallout 76 going to be cross-platform? He said, no. Pretty much because of Sony. He said Sony just don't want to do cross-platform, so we're just going to keep it.
Proper called them out.
Yeah.
Wasn't even just saying, oh no, we've got developers that can't help, or we've got things. It's literally Sony.
Yeah, he literally said Sony aren't into it, because obviously they had a massive fallout with Sony because they had so much trouble trying to get them to take the mods.
Yeah.
They're like, come on, we want to add mods. And they're like, no, fuck off. Mods is for PC. We're not PC.
They need the Skyrim hype train to carry on.
Yeah. But I don't understand why Sony are doing this. I really don't. I mean, you could say money, but is it really money?
No, I was going to say, they make money either way, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
They'll probably make more if more people come in towards the...
Exactly. I don't know whether they're afraid of, oh no, because people are just, they can just buy any console to play the game. I'm like, yeah, but other people are going to buy the other console so they can play with a wider group of people than just the PlayStation demographic.
Oh, yeah. We've both got friends, family that have different console, and it's
Exactly. You've got a PlayStation 4 now, which you probably play more than your Xbox.
Oh, yeah. I don't even have my Xbox plugged in.
Exactly. Exactly.
Although this channel is primarily Xbox One.
Well, because we recorded videos. Yeah, I was going to say, we record here at my place, and as you can see, all I have is Xbox. Well, I've got a 360 on top, but you can see the layers of fucking dust on that thing.
But obviously, when we do the hashtag Fuck About Friday, which I'm going to jump onto quickly, is probably not going to happen for a little while because obviously, things going on with recording times and socials time. So
I was going to say,
when it starts, it will start to pick up, but it might be one off, and then maybe miss a week, one off, miss a week.
Yes.
So obviously, we're not as young as we used to be, so we can't just sit in a mic for hours upon hours again, day after day after day. We do it for
Yeah, I was going to say, we're too busy to do that shit.
So our recording schedule at the moment is every other Saturday, because I get every other weekend off at work. So that's how we work it out. Unless there's a day off in the week we both got or whatever. But very rarely that happens.
Yeah.
But anyway, jumping back onto the podcast.
So, we've already talked about the PlayStation things. So we might as well talk about the last bit of gaming news we've got. Amazon, specifically in Italy, need to hire a plumber.
Yeah, they've got a few leaks.
Well, it wasn't so much leaks, it was that they listed things that they weren't supposed to list yet. It's kind of like the Rage 2 situation, where Bethesda didn't really want to announce it yet, but they kind of announced it with the help of their good friends at Walmart Canada.
Yeah. A little bit like FIFA with the Champions League. Pro Evolution Soccer was cheers for stealing it.
yeah, exactly. So, over the past couple of weeks or so, I don't know the specific day, but Amazon Italy put a couple of listings out for a few games that haven't actually been announced yet.
No. And 2 of them are exclusive to consoles. So
they are.
So I don't know how.
Now that you say that,
I feel like Xbox and Microsoft, Microsoft, the same people. Sony and Microsoft will probably be kicking off.
Yes, they won't be upset. But there were 4 games that we've got written down here. That I don't know if there was any more. Was there?
I'm not sure. This is the first I've actually heard about it.
Yeah.
So.
But the 4 games we've got written down here are Sunset Overdrive 2, Borderlands 3, Bloodborne 2, and Splinter Cell.
Yes. No confirmed what Splinter Cell.
Just Splinter Cell. They were all listed for the same time, December 31st next year. So that's likely to be a placeholder date.
Yeah.
But, what do you think about these games possibly being a thing?
I'm actually not too bad with them. Sunset Overdrive I played on Xbox, and I wasn't that keen on it. Although it was very like Hyperdrive, sort of in your face, colourful.
Yeah.
It was a nice premise, but I didn't enjoy it. So with the second, it could be a bit like Rage. Like Rage, the first one to the second one, it's completely different. Like within the way it works. So maybe they could jump on something. It might be good. What about you with Sunset Overdrive 2?
Not looking forward to it.
No,
because I was kind of hyped for Sunset Overdrive 1 because it was made by the Sonic people. It was kind of a zombie game.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, this guy, he likes his zombies. And you fucking grinding on rails, you got like a fucking record launcher. I was like, record launcher, that's kind of like a Dead Rising kind of thing. I was like, oh, this could be kind of cool. No.
I felt like it flopped. A lot of people did like it. I personally didn't.
No, I did not enjoy it. Not really fussed about the second one. Can't really understand why they're making a second one, but fuck it. I mean, obviously...
Yeah, why not? Then again, it's an Xbox exclusive, so they've probably got to jump on something, couldn't they?
Yeah, it's Xbox. They're like, hey, maybe you should make another one. And they were like, but it wasn't that good. And then make another one.
Make it now.
Borderlands 3. Yeah, I could go for a bit of Borderlands 3.
It was always sort of been on the back burner, I think.
Yeah, like we have wanted to co-op through 1, 2 and pre-sequel.
A hell of a lot, yeah.
Yeah. We keep saying, like, we should co-op through them, We did start co-op in the first one, the 3 of us.
Yeah.
And then we just stopped.
Yeah, it was out of recording.
Yeah.
And it's just, with us, it's quite hard to have us all sat around, and obviously it's getting the recording, the mics, the equipment. Yeah. Obviously, as you already know, Paul's missed 2 podcasts, so what's the likelihood of missing a Borderlands playthrough or whatever? And then obviously it wouldn't be the levels, so it's just getting us all... Granted, like, obviously, myself and Kai, we can always do it, like we've done with many of them, but... Yeah. But, them sort of... Like, the games we can have to play at other places, it's just a bit difficult.
Like, I've played a bunch of Borderlands 1. I have not played 2 or the pre-sequel, because obviously we wanted to play them all together.
Yeah.
But I'm still, like, I would go for a third one.
Yeah, a third one would be good.
Yeah. I have got 2 up there, like, on the shelf.
Yeah.
It's waiting for me.
And then obviously you've got the... Is it Handsome Jack?
The Handsome Jack collection, yes.
Which obviously is the...
Handsome Man.
HD... Was it HD remaster or was it just...
I think it was more to support.
Yeah.
Support to the next gen. But yeah, no, I could definitely go for some Borderlands 3. There's always like a bunch of like Easter eggs and references in there.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Just stupid fun. Just fuck ton of guns. Just a metric fuck ton of guns. Bloodborne 2.
Yes.
Now, you're the resident PlayStation owner here. Do you own Bloodborne 1?
I do. I actually own the Game of the Year edition.
Oh, have you played it?
No.
Dude.
I bought it. I bought it when it was cheap. And then the following about 2 weeks later, it was released on the PSN Plus.
Oh no.
A little bit like the Heavy Rain that's just
I was going to say, you just bought Heavy Rain recently, didn't you? And now they've just announced it for PSN Plus.
Yeah. I will go on to the Xbox and the PlayStation free games in a minute. But yeah, I wasn't...
Can I offer some advice for the future? Wait until PSN Plus announces
the
games before you
buy
games.
The issue is they do, because they do a cracking sale. I won't fault them. They do, like, you can pick up a game that's meant to be like 40 quid in a shop, and it's like £20, and you're like, well, hello, I'll buy that. And that was the same with the Bloodborne. I wanted it for Christmas. I spoke to my family, my mum and dad, and
sorry, I just want to interrupt. We accept all audiences. It was the holidays.
Okay. And the Christmas holidays, whatever.
You wanted it as a holiday present?
But, Jesus. But, yeah.
No gods.
Okay.
Jay, you don't know.
That's it. Yeah.
Like if you say one god, you've got to say all gods. You've got to appease all of them. You've got to go Jesus ala Buddha. Fuck, did I forget one? Shit, I don't know. Thor, Zeus, help me.
Poseidon. I don't know. But anyhow, get
Kratos.
back on boy. But anyway, get back on topic. Oh, I don't even know what I was saying actually. Yeah, no. So I asked for it for the holidays, Christmas.
You bought
Hanukkah, whatever, whatever you want.
I was just fucking with you.
And we couldn't actually get it because it was sold out everywhere, and I think it was about £25. And I was like, oh, it'd probably be cheap. We can find it at like CX or whatever. And I think it was like £22. The like New Year sales, it was £12.
Ooh, spicy.
On PlayStation, something like that. So I was like, oh, I'll buy that. The person to my right, as you know as Kwade-Kade, gave me a £10 voucher for Christmas.
I did.
For PSN, so that helped. So I thought, yeah, I'll buy it. And then it was released. But it wasn't the Game of the Year edition, so I have the season pass technically.
Yeah.
So I didn't really lose out so much. But no, I haven't played it, and I am very looking forward to Bloodborne 2.
Yes.
Because a lot of YouTubers are gassed with the first one.
Yes,
so.
I never played it. Obviously, I don't have a PlayStation. I'd love to play it because it just looks awesome, like the kind of gothic theming and what have you. There's everything looking like grotesque and ich.
Maybe we do it for the channel.
Maybe. And also, I fucking loved watching the Game Grumps play it. So
yeah, I watched.
I'm looking forward to Bloodborne 2 just in the hopes that they'll play the second one.
Yeah, it would be good.
I mean, they played all 3 of the fucking Dark Souls games, so.
And then, last but not least, of the 4 that we are aware of,
yes,
there might be more, but like we say, we only got 4 down. Is Splinter Cell, which we haven't heard anything about Splinter Cell for friggin' years.
A long time.
I don't actually think there's any released on a new next gen. Like, obviously the current gen.
Well, I mean, Splinter Cell, is that a Tom Clancy thing?
It is, yes.
Yeah, well, they've been focusing on like Siege and like Rainbow Six. Well, no, it's Rainbow Six Siege, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've been focusing on Siege and Wildlands.
Obviously, you got Division 2 as well.
Division 2 as well.
So
yeah, it'd be nice to see a bit of Splinter Cell next generation.
I'm very up for Splinter Cell as well because I enjoy them. It's like the stealthiness, the sort of piss about. Yes. Obviously,
I was going to say,
when
me
we
and
played
you,
it, yeah.
Just like one day we both had off. Like you were at yours, I was at mine. We just got on Skype and just blasted through the card campaign of Blacklist.
No, it wasn't Blacklist. It was Conviction.
Was it? No, it wasn't Conviction, was it?
Yeah, it was.
You mean the one I've got in a shiny steelbook cover?
You have got in a shiny steelbook, and currently it's free on Games for Gold.
It is.
Should I jump onto Games for Gold as we're on it?
Yeah, we've got no other news stories to talk about. Crack on, lad.
So, Games for Gold is a subscription thing. If you pay for gold...
I'm pretty sure people know what it is.
Yeah. Well, says the one in the E3 conference. How many times did you reference the Game Pass?
The Game Pass and Games for Gold are 2 different things, a cock end.
Yeah, so I'm going to explain that. I'm not going to explain it. You know what it is. Yeah. Essentially, you get 2 Xbox One games and 2 Xbox 360 games. At the moment, it's Cactus. Christ knows what that is.
Not fucking.
I thought it was a spiky plant, but looking from this screenshot, that's not what it is. Yeah. Death Squared, which
that'll be coming later in the month, won't it?
Yeah, that's the 16th of July to the 15th of August.
Death Squared.
And then an old school classic like fighter. That
I wouldn't say it's that old school. It's on the 360, mate.
Well, yeah, true. But obviously, Virtual Fighter 5.
Virtual Fighter 5, yeah. It's like it's not as well known. Well, it's not as popular as like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, or Dead or Alive or Tekken. But I mean, it's a fighting game. I don't mind fighting games.
That's currently available from now till next week.
Yep.
And then obviously, as we stated, Splinter Cell.
Yes, Splinter Cell Conviction. Yes.
Which will be the later end of the year.
Yeah, it's a fairly meh month for the Xbox.
Yeah. It is.
Pretty shit, actually.
Yeah, normally they do pretty good, especially after E3. They normally be like, "Oh, what we're going to do now is like." I personally thought they were going to be like new, bigger, better, 2 extra games a month or whatever, and it'd been like Xbox.
Well, original Xbox, yeah, that would have been nice.
But the thing is, the ones that actually got us backward compatibility are quite like rare games or like exclusively
Knights of the Old Republic, like that classic Star Wars game that everyone's like, "Oh, it's so good."
Yeah.
To be fair, I have it. Xbox Games Pass.
Oh, now gotcha. But yeah, then PlayStation Plus. They always do. I think it's 2 games for the Vita, 2 for the PS3, and then 2 for the PS4. Mm-hmm. So they already trump Games for Gold in some senses.
All right, steady on.
As I stated earlier,
PlayStation Elite.
As I stated earlier, and it broke my heart. Heavy Rain is on there.
Yes, because you bought it earlier in the month.
Jason.
Jason. Eat the donut.
I can't even remember how to say that one.
Absolver.
Absolver, yeah, that one.
Not a clue what it is.
Actually, I watched a little trailer on it. It looks alright, but I can't explain to you what it is.
Alright, fair enough.
But it looks alright.
If you fucking say so, mate.
Proper selling it there. Then we've got a cross-buy type thing. You can get it on the PS4 and the Vita, which is Space Overlords.
Yeah.
So
what's that one then, mate?
I'm guessing you're an overlord in space.
Fucking top-notch quality research there, mate.
It's like a boat party.
Yeah, it is.
It's a party on a boat.
What's the next one, mate?
Well, this one's I think it's pretty decent. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. The whole game.
Is that the one where they started out in like the specialist and you got the gravity spikes and what have you? It is, isn't it?
Yeah. I believe so.
Fucking Black Ops 4 later this year as well. Apparently it is going to have a campaign.
Well, let's hope it's alright.
I'm not buying it.
I'm not a Call of Duty fan anymore. I've gone Battlefield because it's actually realistic-ish.
I find calling most games realistic is pushing it because it's a fucking game.
Well, the last Battlefield I played was Battlefield 1, which is obviously actually based in the war. So it's a bit like World at War. That was quite realistic because of the actual
to be fair,
storylines.
I fucking love Call of Duty World War 1, 2? Is it 1? 1, yeah. I loved Call of Duty World War 1. I thought it was fucking awesome.
Yeah. When you can blow someone's arm off, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, it was like that classic World at War gore.
Yeah.
Like, you're just fucking walking along and there's just some guy on the floor like, your legs! And you look at his leg and they're just fucking severed off.
And you just either fill him in with a bullet or just walk past him and bleed.
Like, nah, you'll be alright, mate.
The decisions we had as kids.
Medic! No one coming, sorry.
Rayman 3.
Eh? Well, oh yeah, Rayman 3.
HD. That's only for PS3 though. Extreme Exorcism.
Extreme Exorcism.
Which
gonna tear that
sounds
ghost,
phenomenal.
Tear that ghost out with a fucking chainsaw.
And then
the power of Christ compels you.
I feel like there's too many zeros in this title. Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma.
Resident Evil 0. 0.
But that's for PS Vita, and that's essentially all I have for free stuff.
Wow.
But everybody likes free stuff.
Unless
it's Fortnite.
Hey, Paladins is free, and despite what many people say, that's a good fucking game.
There you go. Jump on Paladins.
I think a load of people are just like, oh, it's just Overwatch, it's cheap, shitty copy, It's fuck off.
To be fair, Overwatch isn't free.
It's not.
If it was, granted, they give you free characters and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, like if you there's a bird outside. If you don't like, there's no point comparing the two. It's not doing either game any favors.
No, that's it.
Like, not many people compared. Like, barely anyone compared Unreal Tournament to fucking Quake. See, I was thinking about this the other day, and I came out a bunch of examples. Like, nobody compared this to this. Nobody compared this to this.
Well, you could essentially say Hitman to Splinter Cell.
Yeah, fuck. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I'll interrupt myself halfway through later and just say something.
There is a bunch of games that are very similar. Like, at the end of the day, there's not really a developer that can just come out now and be like, holy shit, that's brand new.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got to be it's either going to be one of them games where it's like, what the fuck is this? Or
GTA and Saints Row. Actually, yeah, a lot of people compared them, actually.
Yeah, a lot of people compared them.
A lot of people compared them. That's why Saints Row started going a bit fruity.
Yeah. But then I'd compare Saints Row to, Crackdown.
Now I would, yeah.
Because they're quite similar.
I'd compare Get Out of Hell to a steaming pile of shit.
That was very depressing. that was very depressing, that one.
Yeah.
Because I quite liked the character, Gat.
Yeah, Gat was awesome, and then they kind of killed him in 3. And they did a shitty return in 4, and he looked nothing like Johnny Gat anymore. And
go around with his face. But yeah. But that's the gaming news.
That's the gaming news. Fucking wow.
Right into the... Yeah, no, we're not going to do anything.
Don't even fucking start. So, should we take just a little 5-minute break and cool off a bit? Before we talk about anything else, like movies and music and films?
I think that's fair. We will cap it. This won't always happen, but we're gonna go for a little break and we'll be back.
Yes, because it's fucking hot in England right now.
Very hot.
This is the most consistent the weather has been in. Hot weather has been in fucking years.
The grass is brown.
It is. The grass is burnt.
It doesn't happen.
I am burnt.
But yeah, we'll go for a quick break, and we'll be back instantly for you.
Yeah, but for us it'll be like 10 minutes or so.
Yeah. Right.
But yes, we shall see you then. Bye. And we are back.
We are slightly cooler.
We're still hot as fuck on the inside.
Yes. Talking of hot as fuck on the inside.
Oh, we've got movies to go first, mate.
Oh, yeah, we do.
No, just because you can't see the movies on the list.
This is true.
So I'll just talk about my one first because your one is probably the more important one of movies we've watched.
I suppose in the eyes of people's views. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I think more people are going to care about The Incredibles 2 than Super Troopers 2.
I thought you more about me to talk about Jurassic World.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about Incredibles.
Oh no, I will do as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've seen that as well. So, what have you seen in the cinema recently, Carl?
Believe it or not, I've seen Super Troopers 2. Seeing as I just mentioned it.
About 2 times.
Yeah, Super Troopers 2, gotta mention it 2 times.
That's fair play.
It's probably 3 times now. Fuck. No, I took a rare trip out to the cinema with my father for Father's Day. Because he was the one who introduced me to the first Super Troopers film. So I was like, hey, second one's come out, do you wanna go see Super Troopers 2? So we took a father-son trip to go see. That's the first time he's been to the cinema since the Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Jesus.
Yeah. He didn't enjoy himself. He's like, what the fuck is all these trailers? What the fuck are these ads? The fuck's going on?
I'm here to watch a film.
He was getting genuinely aggravated by the adverts.
It's like half an hour, isn't it?
Yeah.
Over here, I don't know what it's like in your cinemas.
Like, he was getting seriously like, oh, for fuck's sake. But yeah, it was a good movie. Like, it was a really good movie. I wouldn't say it's better than the first one, but I wouldn't.
It'd be hard to be considering how long ago it was.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say it was worse than the first one. I'd say they're like on par. Maybe the first one was just slightly ahead, but they presented some good fucking laughs. It's a comedy, for anyone who doesn't know. It's a comedy about a highway patrol team between the border of America and Canada. And they just get into a bunch of stupid fucking antics. And it's amazing. Like in the first film, they had a bit where they did a pullover and tried to see how many times they could say meow in the pullover. So it was like, give me your license and registration, meow. Instead of now. It was just fucking great. But in this one, I didn't know how they were going to be able to make a second one. Because at the end of the first one, they closed down the highway patrol precinct. Yeah. And they become police officers. So I was like, oh, well, maybe they'll just be police officers instead. But they start off the second film and they're builders, in a construction team. Oh. And they're like, what? How the fuck are they builders? And apparently they got fired because of some incident with was it Fred Savage? I can't remember. It was some sitcom star from the 90s. He came along on a ride along. And something happened, and they got fired for it. Oh, okay. It was never told what they got fired for.
Oh, wasn't a cutback then or anything?
There was after the credits.
Oh, okay.
Or during the credits. I mean, there was a thing they did during the credits where they showed what happened. Yeah. But yeah, it's all the characters were just the same funny fuckers. Father was an annoying fat bastard as always. There was one part where they all got drugged up because they found a drug stash, and they it would take them forever to get it all fucking done at the labs or whatever, and no lab was willing to take them, so they just well, fuck it, we'll take the drugs and find out. One of them was female hormone replacements, and he just got addicted to them, so he's just got all these fucking mood swings. He starts lactating, balding, he's got a mustache and just chunks of his mustache come out. Oh my god. It's fucking that sounds really fucking good. Yeah. One guy takes acid, but he it's just the way he lets on that his acid is amazing. It's just everyone else is immediately find out what theirs is. Some guy just is just paralyzed because of his drugs. Some guy is just working out constantly. They're oh well, he's got steroids. Yeah. The other guy's you haven't reacted to anything. What's yours? He's acid. He's how can you tell? It's you are a talking elephant. It's a very funny fucking movie. But the ending was very fucking strange. Because like the whole thing is like there's this drug ring, but they can't find out who the kingpin is, and then at the end of the film they think they've solved it, and then like they make peace with the Canadians because there's this conflict with them and the Canadian Mountie Patrol and what have you. But then something happens, and then, which doesn't make any fucking sense, the Canadians hate them again for no discernible fucking reason. They don't find out who the kingpin is, and the movie just ends with them fighting the Canadians. Credits. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think they want to make a third one, but I'm not sure whether or not it's going to happen, considering how long it took them to make the second one. But the ending just kind of seemed to play into a third one, but I'm still not sure. It was just like a lot of unanswered shit. There was a post-credit scene, but it had no relevance to the plot.
Oh.
It was like, well, there was one thing where like father had a bet with Rabbit, and he was like, if you get this chick to date you before I do or something, I will, like, the loser has to chop off their toe, put it in a blender and eat it, like drink it, like in a smoothie.
Fucking God.
Yeah. And like literally, like at the end of the movie, like everyone's just like faffing about, and you just see father walking around with a shovel in the background. He's like,
Oh.
and then just like literally the post credit is he just like chucks it in a blender's smoothie, just like blends it up and just chucks it down. Yeah, it was a good movie. Just like I hope there's a third one to like just wrap up the plot.
Yeah, so you're not just left questioning.
Yeah, me and my dad are fairly sure we know who the kingpin is, but like,
yeah, just wait and see.
But it was fucking hilarious. There was nobody in the cinema.
Oh really?
There was me and my dad, some old guy who was clearly just wanted to get out of the house, some woman who came in maybe 10 minutes in and then left halfway through.
Oh God!
Like literally, as we were walking out, like one of the attendants was like, "Well, at least you made it all the way through." Like, what do you mean? It's like loads of people just walked out on this film. Like, really? Like, do they think it's bad, or do they just think the humour's not good enough? It's like, I don't know. They just walk out. I'm like, oh. It's like there was nothing like terrible in the movie. Like, there was no jokes that were like, no, that's offensive. No.
Yeah. Well,
So,
it can't be now, really, can they?
Yeah. Like, compared to the amount of movies that are out there today, there was nothing in this movie that I think could offend someone. Unless, like, people are like, oh, they took drugs. How dare?
I'm like anti-drug and stuff, but like,
Yeah, but if someone takes a drug in a movie, you're not going to be like, no.
I couldn't give two shits because
Especially if, like,
I know half the time it's fake.
Yeah, and
Unless it's
especially if it's like for a comedic reaction kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where like some guy's like literally going around in a mobility scooter because he's half paralysed. Like another guy's like constantly like angry and stressed out because he's on the roids.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I think people just need to sort of man up a little bit sometimes.
I don't know.
Or woman up. With that in day and age now.
It could be that many people just didn't know what to expect with it.
Yeah.
Because I doubt many people saw the first one.
Yeah. To be fair, I haven't seen snippets to the first one.
Yeah. But no, I'd recommend. Like, if you like the first one, I'd recommend it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, if you haven't seen the first one, I'd recommend that and then try the second one. But I thought it was good.
It'll probably be one of them films on like Netflix or something in the future. If it's because
I
it
imagine
probably won't
so.
be a big seller.
Yeah, I imagine so. But even still, like the first one, you could probably find that like for £1.
Oh yeah, bargain
Like
up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like an immensely like sought after. It's like a cult classic kind of thing, but not one where you're gonna pay fucking a shed load of money for it.
Yeah. Okay. Go what you're saying.
Like a 50p in CEX kind of situation.
Yeah.
It's a good film. I like it.
Well, you explained the plot to me. It has intrigued me, I have to admit. Even though
8 out of 10, I'd say. 8 out of 10.
Oh, it's pretty decent then. Pretty high. If there's the record.
Well, maybe 7. I don't know.
6, 5.
7.5.
7.5.
7.5.
Okay. Right. Well, I went to see Jurassic World. I don't even know what it's actually technically called. It's Jurassic World something.
Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom?
That's the one. Yeah, Fallen Kingdom. I've not seen any of the original Jurassic Parks, so I go into this like very.
I've seen the first one. I think
I've seen like bits of them. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of people already know the plot and what's going on. Essentially,
Star-Lord.
Yeah, Star-Lord chases a tiger, dinosaur around.
Tiger.
Mate,
who's paying fucking the dead? Who's paying the Death Stranding missions and fucking Fallout Shelter now?
I am, and I've completed them. But no, so essentially, all the dinosaurs from the original, because obviously it got shut down because it went to shit state, and they were like, for safety of the people, get off the island.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to close it down and just let the dinosaurs crack on with it. Then there's a volcano which is erupting, and obviously people want to still save the dinosaurs so they can get like genetic genes so they can create new ones, and obviously like things. If we had that technology nowadays, it would happen. Just hands down.
Fucking thing. The thing is, I saw like a thing on Facebook. Someone had like reposted it. I think it was like a meme thing or something. Somebody had quoted an article where it's like scientists have discovered a way of bringing dinosaurs to the modern age and what have you.
Yeah.
And literally some guy posted it and was like, there are literally 5 movies on why this is a bad idea.
But people would like. It's like if like, obviously there's probably is something in space. Granted, we're not the only living form.
Oh yeah.
But if a spaceship flew down, landed, you just know that someone's going to shoot it and then try and generically make more. It's just what we are. We're
dumbasses.
Yeah. There's many of movies that say don't fuck with aliens, but hey ho, we would anyway.
I think we should take the what movie was it? I can't remember, but there was one where like some big like space pod landed or something that had like a giant eye on it, and the president goes up to like confront it and what have you, but it only like the thing only makes beeps, so they've got like a keyboard, and he just starts like playing around on the keyboard and starts jamming out. I think that's how I'd love to see Trump just get on a keyboard in front of an alien spaceship. Mind you, I feel like if it was Trump, he'd probably just like try to find the pussy and grab it,
or just press the red button and nuke it.
That too.
But anyway, going back to Jurassic World.
Controversy.
Essentially, a volcano erupts, and it's basically like the original what we are led to believe throughout the ages, how dinosaurs got extinct. That essentially happens on the island. So they try and do like a Noah's Ark type thing with 2 of 2. They get them all on a ship and all that lot, and they think they're doing it for a cause of just getting the dinosaurs safe so they can live on another island and crack on with their lives and be with it. But like a guy kills a professor. Obviously, the names I should know because obviously they're massive in Jurassic. Well,
I mean, like I say, I don't even know the name of Chris Pratt's character.
No, I don't. It's Star-Lord. Yeah. And Blue is the Velociraptor.
Mini dino.
Yeah, which is basically the most intelligent one.
Yeah.
But they take him off the island,
and
essentially, instead of saving them, a matey tries to get it from his own financial gain and sells them on a black market.
I mean, that
gets millions upon millions upon millions.
That just seems to be like the running thing with these movies.
Oh yeah. But in a synopsis, I'll jump through it. They do that. They all escape, and then they're released into like I'm guessing the States because most films are based in the States. And yeah, that's basically it. And I would relate it to like Rise of the Planet Apes or whatever, where they escape their captivity and then they're released into the world, and then humans still try and fuck with them, and they're like, no, bitch, leave.
Why would you want to fuck with a dinosaur?
Yeah, but obviously these dinosaurs are going into like different states and all this lot. Baloo and Star-Lord.
Baloo the bear?
No, Blue's
I know, but you went Baloo instead of Baloo.
Yeah, true. But so Star-Lord and Blue have this connection, and then they'll like look at each other towards the end of the film, and it's sort of like that look like stay, and then he's like, nah, walks off. But to me, that's sort of like, I've got to go and get all these bastards back. So I feel like he's going to fuck off, grab the T-Rex and be like, wait, home time.
Go on, fuck off.
Sorry. But it's probably a really bad like synopsis of the plot.
Yeah, isn't there like a thing where like there's like a debate on whether or not they should kill off the dinosaurs or something? I heard. I saw somebody do like a review on it or something, and there was like Jeff Goldblum's in it for all of 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And he's like saying you should blow them up or something.
Oh yeah, it's like a political thing.
Yeah, sneezies.
Yeah, it's like a political thing. He says like we shouldn't bring the dinosaurs back because it's only going to cause issues and problems. But he wants to go down like generic ways, so just take their DNA and then leave them to die, and then just create new ones.
Yeah. That
we know that are going to be safe. But obviously, the main reason the first film, well, not the first film, but the first like the new one, the only reason that went to shit is because they generically made like a T-Rex, like King Kong.
I was going to say they like spliced a bunch of different dinosaurs together, didn't they?
So it had like camouflage skills and like height and sense. It was just unreal.
Yeah.
But
they essentially made one of them like the dinosaurs you see in one of those like shitty movies, which is like Sharktopus versus Velociraptor or something.
Yeah. It's just very, very silly.
Yeah.
But synopsis of that, I'd probably give it a good 8. It was a good film. I enjoyed it. I watched it.
Like, apparently one of the things I heard about it is that people were not happy because they did not get the amount of Jeff Goldblum they were advertised.
Yeah, to be fair. Yeah. I think you get more Jeff Goldblum in the new Jurassic World game than you do in the film.
And you don't get much of him in that from what I've heard.
No.
No.
So yeah. But yeah, that's my synopsis of that. And then the third movie we're going to talk about.
The premiere. The premiere act.
Yes, is...
Top of the card.
is Mr. Incredible is back.
Mr. Incredible. Well, so's his family.
And Elastigirl.
Yeah.
And Violet and Dash and Jack, who's going through teething in this film.
Yeah.
But essentially, The Incredibles 2.
Yeah, it's The Incredibles 2, yeah.
Which we've been waiting for pretty much since the first one.
Yeah.
Because of the Underminer.
When did the first one come out?
A while ago. I think it was like 2004.
Question though, is the Underminer actually the bad guy?
I don't actually know because he's not been popped up in any trailers. There is reviews out there, but I've chose to ignore them until I watch it myself.
Have you not watched it?
No, it's not technically out yet.
Is it? Oh, I thought you said you watched it.
No. I was going to watch it, but it's not actually out in the UK until the 13th.
Oh, okay.
But I know,
is it out elsewhere?
It was out in America and stuff, yeah.
Fucking, why did they get it first?
I don't have a clue.
Bastards!
But essentially, the plot of the story... Well, I've not heard anything of The Underminer, but there's pop vinyls that are out of The Underminer in The Incredibles 2, so he must be in it somewhere. But what I've sort of read, been told and things, is that it's more about Elastigirl.
I was going to say, from what I've seen, it seems more like Elastigirl, Mrs. Incredible, whatever the fuck you want to call her, is now like... She's off doing all the superhero stuff while Mr. Incredible is at home trying to be dad. It's
been captured as like an hour and a half of a spin-off just for like Miss Elastigirl, but I don't believe that because there must be some synopsis to it. But essentially, she goes off to work and then Mr. Incredible has to like look after the kids. So it's like he has to deal with it, and obviously Jack goes through teething. So when he's in pain, he fires lasers and he disappears and teleports and. It's just unreal.
Yeah, no, that's not... Yeah.
It's not what you want from a baby. Babies are hard enough as it is normally. Imagine with them with powers. It's not good. Obviously, Dash, I think, is going through, like... I'm guessing, like, puberty or whatever.
Ew.
Gross.
That's got to be the fastest faps in the world. Done. Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh, no. But,
what I mean...
But yeah, but that's out, essentially. And
it's the same with The Flash.
Oh, yeah. It's never happened to me before. But, yeah, so... Probably the next podcast I can talk about in more depth, because I've probably seen it by then.
Well, there you go.
Because, obviously, the podcast will be every other Sunday. So, next week you won't get one, but the following week you will.
Yes, I will try to find something I can watch in the meantime.
Yes. Doesn't have to be new films.
No, it doesn't. I could watch something on Netflix.
Could be like what we're watching, what we're playing, sort of type thing.
Mm. Well, what I've been playing is Paladins.
But jumping off the Incredibles movie, there's a few upcoming games that are actually coming out, like releases.
Oh yeah, you want to go through them now? Yeah.
In the world of just it links to it. Yeah. You got the Lego Incredibles game coming out soon.
They seem to make a Lego game out of fucking everything nowadays.
Yeah. I used to enjoy the Lego games.
Yeah, especially Disney things. Disney things seem to always... Like, do Disney own Lego? They own a lot of things. It wouldn't fucking surprise me.
Yeah. Well, I know they've recently bought 20th Century Fox. Well, I say recently, it was like a year ago.
Which means they essentially own half of WWE at this point.
Yeah, and they own Family Guy now and Simpsons.
I could see them doing a lot of things with Simpsons. Family Guy!
Controversial, wasn't it? Yeah. But yeah, they own a hell of a lot of things. They probably do own. They probably own like 20% of Lego or something.
Oh yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
But yeah,
either that or they're just very good friends.
Yeah, a Lego game's coming out. There's a Hotel Transylvania 3 game coming out.
I really don't understand why.
A new All Stars the racing game on exclusive PS4 game.
Okay.
Like Fruit or something. I thought it looked a bit like Wreck-It Ralph.
And I said that's a bit of either that's a disservice to Wreck-It Ralph or
they're trying something. But it just reminded me of like the Candyland racing type thing. There's a few other games, but
it's healthier.
A few other games, but I can't really say there much interest. They're the only three that drew my eye.
There's nothing off the top of my head coming out this coming week or so. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker's getting its Switch port.
Yeah.
One of the many games in the
Switch.
The Wii evacuation.
Yeah.
The Wii U evacuation. Still waiting on that Mario Maker. Yeah. That was probably the most popular game on the fucking Wii U.
Yeah,
that would work very well on the Switch. But,
we had videos of that, but hey ho.
Well, yeah, well.
We love you, Nintendo.
I mean, we could license them with Nintendo. Well, it's not like we earn any fucking money anyway.
we don't get monetized with videos because Logan Paul decided to film a dead body.
Yeah, thanks, Logan.
I hope KSI kicks your ass.
I don't know. That one could be close.
He's a machine, to be fair.
I want KSI to mull him.
Yeah. Just have to wait and see on the 25th of August.
I think it'll be more of a fight than the Joe Weller one was.
Yeah, Joe Weller just froze up because he didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Whereas KSI just went fucking in on the training. And he's continued to.
Yeah, he's a machine now.
Yeah.
But Logan's just got the height, the muscle, man. He's just...
That's the thing, though. There are different boxing styles that help people cater to that. And from what people... Like, game theory, actually, like, somehow this is related to games. I think he put it down to, like, KSI used to play games on YouTube, so this is a game theory. And he's like... He went through it all and he's like, watched KSI's videos and whatever. He's like, KSI legit knows what the fuck he's doing. Like, he's like he knows the boxing styles, he knows the right one to do against Logan Paul and what have you.
Oh,
he was breaking it down, like, yeah, Logan Paul's got the reach, he's got the height, but look at the way how KSI's talking about this. He's like, he's literally describing this kind of boxer, which is perfect for battling the kind of, like, Logan Paul build. And you're like, well, fuck.
There's many different fighting ranges. You've got, like the Merriweather, like Floyd Mayweather. You've got Muhammad Ali and stuff. They're two completely different fighters. Yeah. One's a giant that could just dodge anything, and one's like a tiny little... Well, I say little, he kicked my ass, but swung around, and just the power he had was unreal.
He did say the names of the style in there, but I can't remember the name.
Would be interesting. There's a UK press conference, because obviously they had the American press conference that was just run to AIDS. The UK press conference probably have True Geordie, which I love as a YouTuber. I think he's brilliant.
My dad loves him.
He's just really
mainly
cool.
because he's a Geordie, and so is my dad.
Yeah.
Technically, I am, but
so that press conference will be in the UK at some point, and obviously the fight 25th of August.
Yeah, I'm not too fussed about the conferences, but I'll probably watch the fight.
Yeah, it's got to be done, and there's undercards as well. So we've got Deji and Jake Paul.
Is that actually happening?
Yeah. Because that was in the press conference in America.
I am almost sure Deji is going to kill him. I'm not too sure because I don't know how heavy Deji's done on the training, but I doubt Jake Paul has taken it seriously at all.
I don't know. In the press conference, it did look like he was taking it quite seriously.
Who, Jake?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, let's just have to wait and see. But technically, because that was YouTube.
Well, I imagine KSI's been like, "No, bro, get in the gym. You ain't losing the fucking head."
Yeah.
No.
Well, they were using the same trainer, and KSI's trainer just dropped Deji, and Deji released a video saying like, "Oh, the sidemen hate me. Oh, I have no friends, no support, so I'm going to do this for me." And it was a bit controversy. And then like Mini Minute was like, "You lying prick, we're always there for you," sort of thing.
I swear, like him and wasn't this the thing like him and Mini Minute and Deji didn't really like each other?
Yeah, there was a whole diss track thing, but then they were friends, and
I didn't believe any of the diss track between those guys because I didn't believe for a second they hated each other.
Oh yeah, well it was stated in like one of their Sidemen podcasts that it was all like fake news just to get some views, and then it went so viral that everyone just jumped on it.
Yeah,
and then the whole Net Nobody and KSI was actually like real beef.
Yeah,
and then it was just spiraled on from there.
But I mean, it was kind of like I hated the diss track thing. Meanwhile, you and Paul were at work making diss tracks against each other and saying, "Oh, you should make one about Paul," and then Paul make one about me, and I'll make one about you. I was like, "No, fuck off."
Yeah. I actually still have mine on my phone in my notes.
I was like, "No, you two can do it, but I'm just fuck it."
And then that's when me and Paul decided to say we have a boxing match. So we have a boxing match. I'll make the rap. I'll go to producers and make the rap, and it'll be like my walkout song. And I'll give us a sneak peek. The beginning is, how can you boast when your dad delivers post? So, wow. There's the beginning of it. But yeah, anyway, so that was technically off topic, but still YouTube related.
It was trending.
Should we jump on another YouTube incident that's happened?
Oh, what, the thumbnail thing that everyone lost their shit about?
Yeah.
I don't see why people lost their shit about it.
No. I didn't even know it was a thing. It probably happened in our videos, maybe.
I think it's like now, every time YouTube does something and people find out about it, everyone just like, "Oh, what are you doing? Stop it! Stop! No!" Like
it's like at YouTube help. Why are you doing this all the time?
Yeah,
just right.
I think it's because they use the same kind of terminology because they did something a while ago where they said they were experimenting with something, and people were like, "Well, we'd rather you didn't fucking experiment with our shit."
Yeah, I was
because
say,
this is our livelihood.
Every time they experiment, it just seems that we don't get views or likes or comments or any feed, or it's just
it doesn't really affect us that much.
I don't know. I feel like there's been a bit of a dip. Like we were getting like 5 to 10 views like per video. That's not a lot at all.
I mean, but now it's picked up a bit recently.
Oh yeah. Like the original podcast did well. Hopefully this one does. GTA video did pretty well. Obviously super hot with developers getting involved. That was nice.
Yes.
So yeah. For a small channel, it's doing alright, I suppose.
But basically, the main controversy is there's that to some viewers, the custom thumbnail that YouTubers have made wouldn't appear. Instead, be one of the stills that they provide when you like. For anyone who doesn't know, when you upload a video, you're given like a choice of like they give you 4 stills from the video, and you can pick one of them as your thumbnail, or you can upload your custom one.
Yeah, it's essentially just a screenshot. So if it's a 10-minute clip, it could be like 3 minute 37, 4 minutes 11, and 9 minutes 12 or something.
Yeah, and basically they were doing this little experiment to. This is what they've said. They're doing this little experiment to improve the screenshots they get from the videos. For people, because not everyone obviously uses the custom thumbnail. I imagine most like legit people. I don't know if that's the right way to say it.
I suppose the more serious YouTubers, the ones that have followings and stuff, they tend to use custom.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
they put their own face on it, they put their own brand on it, things like that. So like if a Logan Paul puts like his Maverick merch all over it or whatever. Sidemen always have like something Sidemen-y, like their crest or whatever. Like Jacksepticeye always uses his face. Markiplier uses his face normally. But
some of like the smaller people who are just starting don't really maybe don't have like editing stuff. I mean, we just use the bare basics to edit our thumbnails. Don't we?
I was gonna say, to be fair, even our first ever videos, like they were just basic snippets of like whatever, and then I got a still image, made it on Photoshop or Paint or whatever.
Basically,
and then it
go over to my channel, look at my thumbnails. That's what we used to do.
Or just backdate for all the old videos on our channel.
Or to still go look at my channel.
And then obviously the newer videos that you see is nine times out of 10 it's a screenshot of the game. So like the Cluster Truck's always screenshots, Super Hot's always screenshots. Oh Sir, they weren't screenshots, they were actually like found on the internet.
Yes. Yeah, it was quite convenient that like the only images of the characters back to back, the only ones that existed were the characters we actually played as in the videos.
Yeah, and that's happened a fair few times as well for us. We've been quite lucky with that.
Lucky fuckers. It's going to sound like we planned it.
But a lot of our thumbnails I tend to edit and just chuck them up, but it's 9 times out of 10 it's a screenshot. Yeah. And I used it on a free website called A Bit Funky.
Well, there you go. I tend to use
Paint. Funky.
I used to tend to use Paint.net. Yeah. Which I think when a lot of people hear that, they're like, Paint? What the fuck? But like Paint.net is kind of like Paint, but like there's a few extra things in there just to like you can add layers and shit. So that's alright.
Yeah. The way I look at it, why spend like £50 a month for like the Adobe software?
To be fair, I probably will be getting that soon.
Oh no,
like legit. Oh. Not like downloading it or illegally. Like, no, I will be getting it legit because obviously, as you know, I want to do some animation type stuff at uni and what have you. So I want to get the studio so I can actually work on it. Because I've got my graphics tablet down there just fucking collecting dust.
Yeah, man, definitely.
So I want to get on that. Who knows? Maybe I'll make a Born2PlayGames animated.
that would be sick. That would be very cool.
Yorkshire pudding is the key to any man's heart.
I was going to say, with a cheeky Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. But yeah, like, it's not really a big deal, but I think just because it was YouTube doing something, people were like, no, stop. But like I noticed it, like, because they said it's happening to a very like small percentage of people, and it's not happening all the time. I noticed it with a couple ones. I'm like, but like, I think I saw it on a Philip DeFranco news video, and he just explained it, and I was like, that's not a big fucking deal.
It's just people jumping on it.
Yeah, like YouTube just changed stuff, and like people don't want them to change things, and they're like, just don't touch it. It's fine, just leave it.
It comes sooner or later. It's come to YouTube just being like, any channel that just slates us will just not get monetization ever.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, unless you're Jimmy Fallon, you don't get fucking monetization. Or a music artist.
Yes.
Fuck it. If you're any fucking twat in his bedroom trying to make YouTube videos and trying to make a career of himself, you don't get fucking anything. you have to survive through Patreon.
I was going to say, we sit here for 6 hours in this heat and make a bunch of videos. And
to be fair, like at this point, it's fairly obvious we're not doing it for money because we can't get any money.
No, and the thing is, even if we did, granted, it's nice to be an income.
Yeah, we've been doing this for 3 years. We've got 100 subscribers. I don't think we're going to be getting any money anytime soon, but we're not stopping.
I think my main goal for this, and like I'll say it here so people can backdate it, is if we ever got popular, I'd like to do like the Markiplier, the Jacksepticeye, like the monthly like live stream.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like a 6 hour live stream or whatever. Yeah. Like we even had talks about doing a 24/7 live stream.
Yeah.
Where we would play games for a whole week.
I was going to say, you literally said like 24/7, like. 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Yeah, and it would just rotate between myself, Kai, Paul, obviously
that
all
would
at
literally
once.
have to be when this is at the stage of being a job.
Yeah. So, if anyone wants to do that, then fair play.
Yeah.
But yeah, call me out on this. Remember, it's in about after an hour of this podcast.
I'm going to keep this up here. You wait, a few years' time, we've got we've got a substantial fan base. I'll be like, hey, I think you said podcast episode number 2, about an hour or so in.
Oh, it'd be mental though. I would love to do something like that. It's just not to be like big headed and be like, oh look, we're getting all this like subscribers and all that. There's nothing for that benefit. It'd be benefit for like
no, definitely not.
A cause, because there's loads of causes we probably have dear to heart. So it'd be nice.
Yes.
And then the other trending thing at the moment...
Right, I will sit back and let you take care of this. No singing.
You can't see me, but I'm currently wearing an England football shirt. And I'm not going to say it's coming home.
You just did.
But it's coming up, it's coming up, it's coming. But no, I don't know if we're going to do it, but it would be nice. But the World Cup...
I could say something like that would just make me just the most treacherous, like people will want me burned at the stake. I don't want us to win.
Yeah.
I don't want us to win.
I'd love us to win, but I'd also, some of me doesn't want us to win because of what's going to happen to people. Because at the moment, like, pubs are getting like smashed up, like people like driving at stupid speeds because they're drunk or whatever, and they've been watching the game and they're screaming it and stuff. Do it responsibly, fair enough. If we win, then fair enough. But I don't want to see the repercussions from it. Apparently, it will give our economy like a £5 billion boost because obviously, like shirt sales, obviously pubs and clubs, taxes are getting and stuff. Like fair play, that's a lot of money. And that's good for our economy. And it would be nice, but yeah, obviously, essentially, England today beat Sweden 2-0.
Yes, they did,
which was very good.
Just before you got here, literally.
Yeah, and I was very happy. We should easily beat them on paper. And then we've got...
Oh, sorry, mate.
we've got Russia or Croatia next. We won't know... Well, technically, they'd be an hour into their game whilst I'm saying this.
They would be.
So, I don't know what the score is, and I'm not going to look... Well, actually, no. Do you know what? I'll have a little quick look. So, yeah. But the World Cup this year has been such a surprise.
I wouldn't have thought we'd get this far in.
Germany were kicked out in the group stage.
They were.
Brazil
the people who mullered Brazil last time were kicked out in the fucking group stage.
Yeah. Iceland got through, which like no one really thought of. Obviously, Brazil were kicked out by Belgium. The only big team they classified big teams that are still in it is us and France.
It is half time and it's currently 1-1.
Ah, so there we go. But yeah, there's just been a lot of random football. Obviously, Uruguay beat Argentina. Mm-hmm. Portugal got beaten by Spain.
Yeah, Brazil have been knocked out yesterday,
by Belgium.
Yeah.
Obviously, the only team that have beaten us currently in the group stage was Belgium.
Ooh, danger.
So we could theoretically play them in the final, which would be pretty cool.
Ooh, danger.
But I think, I don't know, I can't obviously say, but I reckon we probably would have beat Belgium. We went out to lose because it gave us a better strategy. So we played the lesser teams. So we would either play Switzerland or Sweden. Obviously, we played Sweden.
Right.
And then obviously we would either play Russia, Croatia, Denmark, or someone else. I can't remember who it was.
Right.
But we had the easier category. So I think we went out purposely to lose.
Fair enough. Like, if you want to make excuses, that's fine.
Yeah. But obviously, Harry Kane is our life and saviour.
See, the only reason I know his name is just because everyone's plastered him all over Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, we had penalties the other day, right?
Yeah.
Is that who was that against?
That was against... Oh my God, who was that against? Colombia.
Colombia, right. And that's just, everyone was just posting things on Facebook. It's like, can these be the 5 guys who take our penalties? And it was Harry Kane with a top hat, moustache and monocle. Harry Kane with a wig on. It was just Harry Kane with his different outfits. Shush, Facebook. It was just a bunch of different stuff.
Things.
Yeah,
but so essentially this World Cup's been mental. Harry Kane's broken loads of records, so obviously he scored like he keeps on breaking records. England themselves, like the World Cup. We've broke the record of scoring the most goals in one half, which was 5 goals in one half.
Fucking hell.
When we beat Panama 6-1. Actually no, 7-1 I think it was.
No, 6-1.
Oh, 6-1.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're not Brazil versus Germany.
Yeah.
Or Germany versus Brazil.
But we then... Pickford was the first goalkeeper to save a penalty in 20 years in a penalty shootout.
Wow.
England's first ever penalty shootout win ever.
Jesus.
So so we've broken a hell of a lot of records, and that's why I think everyone thinks it's coming home.
Yeah.
Like I say, I'd love it to, but at the end of the day, we've still got 2 games, and
right.
this World Cup has proven that the big teams don't win. So
yeah, exactly. But as I was saying earlier, I wanted us to lose, and the only reason for that, I'm not sure if did I say what the reason was? No. The reason I want us to lose is because I've seen on Facebook people are so confident in England bringing it home that they've got tattoos of like England 2018 World Cup winners, blah, blah, like shit like that, or they've got like the extra star put on the England crest or what have you. I was like, I want us to lose just so you look like a fucking twat.
yeah, people, but granted, people, if you want to get tattoos and stuff, fair enough, but don't get. I personally wouldn't get like partners' names or like dates for football.
Oh yeah,
like. I don't know if Paul did get it, but prior to recording this, when we met up with Paul, he said he was going to get a Chelsea crest on his arm.
He's got it.
Has he got it?
He got it. I was talking to Ellis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I passed him in the street with Rosie, and we just had a little chat. And he was saying like he's got the tattoo done. He's got like the stupid little crest because he hasn't got the full crest, has he?
No, he's just got like, the lion.
He's just got the lion.
I think it's a lion. But yeah, like don't get me wrong, I'm a very big England supporter, and obviously the 3 lions is a big symbol to me, but I wouldn't get tattooed on my body, not because I'm not patriotic or whatever. People go, oh, you don't like England. It's because they could easily turn around and say, we're going to change our logo. If we win the World Cup, they would change our logo and put 2 stars on it.
Yeah,
they might turn around and go, actually, we might tweak the lions, we might tweak the roses, we might make it a little bit wider or a round logo. Like, I don't want to risk having a tattoo on me and then them to turn around and go, do you know what, we've changed the whole design. And they'll be like, oh. And then when you grandchild or whatever goes, what's that, Grandad? That used to be the England crest, but now you know it's
I've just dated myself essentially.
It's a knight on a horse with a star in its hand, so completely different now. So I wouldn't want that to happen. So anyone that gets, I just think they are stupid. Granted, patrioticness, if we win it, brilliant. But
like I would understand them getting the tattoo once we won.
Yeah.
But you're just, at this point, you're just like, yeah, we're going to win. I'll get the tattoo. It's like, we might not win.
You might get money off, but...
What would have happened if we lost to Sweden today? What kind of fucking twat would you look like?
That's exactly it. It's like, essentially, like one of us getting like the Born2PlayGames logo on our chest. And then like we get, like if you could become an animator, and we probably end up having like a fancy logo, like an actual like hand-drawn logo or something.
I was going to say, do you remember our first fucking B2BG logo?
Yeah. Like, if we got that tattooed on like on our chest, on our heart, like to make it even more fond and proud, we'd look like gimps or idiots, because it just doesn't have any relevancy to anything.
Because like with us, it's not like a specific logo; it's just lettering, and you can just change fonts and whatever, just to change things up every few years or so.
The font is literally called Biting My Nails. It's not like it's not a licensed font to us. It's a font you can get off.
Yeah.
Wow. You just type it in and you get it for free.
Biting My Nails font.
I think it's defont.com.
Yeah, defont. Yeah.
That's where I get all the on the thumbnails. Going back to obviously the controversy with that, I just type in cluster truck text and it comes up.
Yeah, literally. I did the same thing with all the ones on my channel. Like whenever I did the Yu-Gi-Oh videos, I just typed in like Yu-Gi-Oh Legacy of the Duelist font. There you go. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, the internet is a lovely place.
Nice. Well, it depends how far into it you go.
But that's all I've got to say about the World Cup. Until we win it, which would be Sunday next week.
Yes.
Then, yeah, you'll probably see a tweet, to be fair. I think I'll be happy.
Yes.
Either on my personal... Actually, no, probably even on the Born2PlayGames.
Yeah, great on.
We'll be in the trending tab, so we might get a couple of likes.
Push ourselves out there a bit.
I only live for the likes.
Yes. So, there's only a couple things left to talk about. We've got the music and our final segment, which would be something we've said we're going to be doing for years.
We're doing it. We're actually going to do it.
We're going to do it.
Oh my God.
But we'll talk about music first. Now, you haven't really got anything to talk about music, have you?
No, I just decided to disappear from music nowadays.
So, I actually tried. I tried with this. And it was actually kind of convenient. Because Ninja Sex Party came out with a new song, and anyone who knows me, I've probably mentioned them a few times. I'm a bit of a fan of the Game Grumps.
The NSP.
And of course, Ninja Sex Party lead singer being half of the Game Grumps, and also the other part of Ninja Sex Party being part of the Game Grumps. I was straight on the song as soon as it came out. It's called Danny Don't You Know, and it is just the best fucking NSP song, without a fucking doubt. Like, you listened to it just in the break there.
Yeah, in our break, that obviously, like I say to you, it's just literally a cut. But we obviously had 10-15 minutes, and I listened to the song, and then obviously you said about the video.
Yeah.
And fuck me, it's in my head, and I love it. It's well done. It's like I was saying to Kai, it's a song that, like, the way he sings, like, Danny, don't you know, you're hard as fuck on the inside, and the way he sings it, it's just like, it's just lovely to listen to.
Because, like, not many people look at, like, the Game Grumps and be like, oh, Danny can't sing, he's not much of a singer. But then you hear Danny sing, and you're like, well, fuck, okay.
He is a singer. It's fair play to him.
He's done, like, vocal training, he's done a fuck ton.
Yeah, like, Christ, I think there's probably a good 10 plus videos that me and you singing.
Yeah.
Like, Cuphead. Oh, Cuphead here. Like, obviously we've done that. Superhot's not really a song, but we've sung in a lot of different things.
Yeah. But, like, it's not good at all.
No, you won't see us. Well, we might release a song one day.
We won't.
It will probably be for comedic value.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And probably for a benefit of some sort of charity or something. Like, it would probably be for some reason.
But I can think of, like, several other things we could do than a song. Like, I can play the drums a bit, but, like, I can't sing. Like, I want to learn to play, like, the guitar, bass guitar, and what have you. But, yeah, don't get your hopes up. But yeah, no, it's just such a fucking awesome song.
It is a cool song.
Like, I tweeted about it like 2 hours or so after, like, listening to it, because it came out, and I just repeated it. I fucking loved it, and I just tweeted it like, this is just the best fucking song. It's got a really awesome message behind it.
Oh god, yeah.
Like,
highly recommend watching the video.
Yeah, like I said in my tweet, it's like, it's a message that I think is quite needed today. Because it's essentially Danny goes back in time to talk to his younger self, and he's like, yeah, you're a bit nerdy, not many people like you, and you think life sucks, but when you get to your mid-30s, fucking shit is awesome.
Yeah, we love it. It is a very good message. It's basically saying, like, there's a lot of kids nowadays as well, especially in this day and age, especially in the, I don't know, obviously you could be from France, Jamaica, you could be from wherever.
Yeah.
Why you want to listen to us on a Sunday evening, I don't know, but
maybe you want to relax,
chill out. But
two British twats talking about stupid shit on the internet.
Yeah, but the message is nice. In schools nowadays, it's like drugs is a big thing, and sex, and God knows what else. Granted, they're the things that a youngster you think are cool, but they're not necessarily are. And obviously, you've got the ones that are depressed or sad or think, well, where I'm going to be in 10 years, or probably in a gutter because nobody loves me or whatever. And it's a nice message to sort of turn around.
Yeah,
like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'd love like a 40-year-old version of me to walk through the door and be like, right, do you know what? At 40, mate, you're doing everything right, so crack on. Like, stay fucking awesome, sort of thing.
Exactly. Like, it's that kind of thing that we all want. Like, someone to tell them and be like, no worry, you're doing things right.
Yeah, the reassurance.
What you're doing now, just keep fucking doing it. You're awesome. And if you're not doing something right, you want someone to tell them and be like, hey, just fucking, just chill.
Stop stabbing children. It's not nice.
I told you, don't do that anymore. But yeah, it's just really, like, I think it's the best Ninja Sex Party song, and there are multiple reasons for this. I love it. It's got an awesome message, but also, my fiance hates Ninja Sex Party. She does not enjoy Ninja Sex Party, because she plays a lot of these songs, and I hate them. Like, she was really into that Havana song. And
I heard that live at the Isle Festival.
No, lucky you.
No, not lucky me.
It was sarcasm, my dude.
I know.
She was into that one, like Rockabye Baby or something like that. And she would just play them constantly. I'm like, I was like, I know how I'm going to combat this. YouTube, Cool Patrol, full volume, turn it up. Just like, oh, Kai. But I played this one. He's like, this one's actually really good. It's like, who's it by? I'm like, Ninja Sex Party. She's like, what?
I do like that. It's like, obviously completely different, like completely irrelevant, but like Justin Bieber, like his original songs I hated, but there's a couple that are like in the charts, so I'm like, this is like a good song. Chuck it on Shazam and I'm like, oh no. Excuse me, like, is this right? Like, is this broken? Hello?
No, this can't be right.
But yeah, artists can throw a curveball out there.
I think, like, with her, it's like she doesn't really like comedy music that much.
Yeah.
She said, like, if they made more songs like this, I'd probably like them more. And it's like, well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's still funny. Did you not hear the part where he's riding a fucking centaur?
Which is actually Markiplier.
Yes. Like, the music
awesome.
video's got so many cameos. Like, the music video is awesome. Like I said to you, there was this one part where it's just like, it's not much when you think about it, like, just looking at it. But the more you think about it, it's just like an awesome visual. Like, it's Danny and young Danny, who was played by Finn Wolfhard, who plays someone in Stranger Things. Yeah. I haven't watched it yet, but I will. I want to watch that show. And they're just like in the dark, and they've got like the Danny, don't you know going, and they're just like doing like this like swinging dance, and it's like just the visual of it is like, that's awesome. Yeah, that's like a really nice.
They smashed out the part of the music video. I think.
Yeah,
it was quite good.
They had so many YouTube cameos in there. I didn't know all of them. No. I knew Lasercorn. Kevin was in there, one of the editors at Game Grumps who left a while ago. Nate Wants to Battle. Markiplier, obviously. But it was just, I fucking loved the song.
It was very good. Very good.
It was very good. But going from good, let's go to ultimate disappointments.
Yes. And not just one song either.
Yes, a whole album pretty much.
From our perspective,
yes.
So don't jump on it and go, you are all wankers.
So the Gorillaz, they came out with their new album, The Now Now.
So Damon Albarn's The Gorillaz.
Yes. And so one thing I did notice straight off the bat is this been the shortest time between two albums for the Gorillaz?
Probably is, yeah. Yeah. They released the other one.
Because they released I can't remember what they called it actually. I know the headlining song was Sans Bars.
Yeah.
Humans. That was the name of the album, Humans.
Yes, that's the one.
They released that last year, I believe, didn't they? Yeah. And they've released this one this year. So that's quite quick.
They've released it now, and it's called The Now Now.
Yes, it's called The Now Now. So the last album was pretty good. It wasn't by no means the best album they've ever done. I know
it killed a bit of the Gorillaz for me.
Yeah, I know you liked some of the songs, but like the rest of them, you were kind of like.
I think some of the songs I mainly liked just because I had a new car at the time, and I just liked my car going woo with the bass.
Like with Saturn's Bars. I liked Saturn's Bars, the Andromeda. There was a couple of other ones. I know The Apprentice was my favourite one, but I don't think that one was actually on the album. It was weird.
That was a standalone, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I looked on the back of the CD and whatever, and it wasn't on there. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, I remember this. We were in Tesco.
Yeah. Excuse me?
Hello, Outlook.
I don't care that my Outlook account settings are out of date. Fuck off! Yeah, but I just remember looking on there. It's the one they did with Rag and Bone Man.
Mm.
And it was in my opinion, it was the best one they did on the album, second to Sans Bars. And I was quite surprised it wasn't on there. But either way, same kind of time, I just put it in the same group.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was bad. Certainly nowhere near as better as like the Clint Eastwood album or nowhere near as good as Demon Days.
What bangers.
Yes. I think the Clint Eastwood album was the 2001. Was that the name of the album?
Yeah.
But this new one, the Now Now, has got one good song, I'd say.
I think they need to take the W out and call it the No No.
No, Humility. Humility is it's a good song. It's got like the catchy like chill out beat to it that you kind of get with Gorillaz songs. But the rest of them are just kind of like, no, I'm not digging it. I'm not feeling it. There was one they did with Snoop Dogg, which I think was meant to be one of the other big ones they did. Because obviously they tried to do a song with a big name, but I just didn't think it was that good. Yeah,
it was a big name when their first album came out. I wouldn't say Snoop Dogg's still a big name.
No, he's more of a meme now, isn't he? Yeah. Smoke weed every day and what have you. But like, no, I was quite disappointed by the album. Like,
Hollywood, I believe the song's called with Snoop Dogg.
Yes. Hang on, I'll just click on the Spotify thing on the bottom there, and it would probably tell us, seeing as we were listening to it.
We would play you the song, but that's copyright.
It is. Right, hang on. That's my playlist of the jams I listen to. Fun fact about this one, you know how obviously there's characters in the band and have you? Yeah, it's Hollywood. You know how there's characters in the band, like they're all characters like 2D, Noodle, Murdoch.
Yeah.
Murdoch's in prison, and now they've got a new character to replace him.
Oh.
But it's somebody from the Powerpuff Girls cartoon.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
This was the thing that people looked at. It was like, who the fuck's that? And he was one of the bad guys in the Powerpuff cartoons. I can't remember his name, but he was someone from sort of gang. He's got green skin.
Is it the one with like the black and white helmet? Is it that guy?
I don't know. Hang on. I can't remember his fucking name. Let's we've got a PC here. We're just gonna do a little podcast research.
Yes.
But
one day, podcasts will have our faces. And
maybe.
We wow, yeah. Depending on how ugly we are that day.
Depends how fucking hot it is, mate.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they don't want to see my.
You're gonna see just pure drip of me.
Yeah. I look like I just got out the fucking shower. Ace from the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh yeah.
Him. He's got like sunglasses. He's got like jagged teeth and a sharp nose. I can't remember what the name of the gang he was in. Hang on, I'm going to mute this because I'm going on one of these news article websites and they've always got like 50 ads that pop up. We don't want to be giving away free ads.
New from JML.
New from JML. Hi, Phil Swift here with Flex Seal. The classic Powerpuff Girls villain has joined. Yeah, what was the name of the gang he's from?
It's probably not going to say, is it?
Fucking.
Gangrene Gang.
The Gangrene Gang, there you go. He's the former Ace, the former leader of the Gangrene Gang and the Powerpuff Girls. But yeah, he's now apparently a member of Gorillaz. I'm sure that'll tie into something somehow.
Yeah.
A lot of people are wondering, like, why is he part of the group? How did they make that link? But Gorillaz is owned by Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers owns Cartoon Network, and Cartoon Network owns Powerpuff Girls, and yeah.
So on and so on.
It's like a deep dive into a business there.
Yeah.
That's one hell of a crossover. Oh, mate, new member, Mojo Jojo. Oh, fucking hell.
But yeah, essentially with this album, I probably wouldn't even give it like a 5.
Nah.
I've not heard every song on it, but 2's enough for me.
I sat down and played through the album the other day, preparing for this podcast, and I'm just not impressed.
Just wasn't there.
The music video for Humility's it's good. I love the Gorillaz music videos because obviously fan of animation. I just love watching all the animations. 2D, which is the name of the character, obviously. He's just got the smoothest fucking animation, just going across on his rollerblades, just scooting past people, swiveling around. It's awesome. But for some reason, Jack Black is in the music video.
Yes, and we don't actually understand why. He's not even a featuring artist.
He's not. He's not listed as a feature. He might be a featuring artist, but he's not listed as the featuring artist. George Benson is, who I looked it up, and he's from a while back. He's not one of the guys who's around now. He's from a fair while back.
All right. Probably back in the day of Blur or something with Damon Albarn.
Further back.
Oh, with Jesus Christ.
Yeah, further back. But yeah, it's just really weird. Jack Black's in the video. He's just strumming along on a guitar, dancing around a bit, getting kind of annoyed with 2D, just scooting past him. It's a good song, but like I say, the rest of the album just kind of left me
just
disappointed.
Like I say, the Gorillaz went downhill the last album, and this one's probably just sunk him in that 6-foot hole. Supposedly
there's supposed to be a Gorillaz TV show happening at some point. I heard this a while ago. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, that'd be quite interesting.
But maybe that's why they've got more frequent albums. They're trying to get their name out a bit more, so that when the TV show comes around, people will actually watch it. Yeah. But
and then obviously if they're cross-playing with Powerpuff Girls and that.
Yeah, they'll just be walking down the street and the girls will just fly across the top or something.
Yeah. So I think that's it for the music, isn't it?
That's it for the music. We've done all the game news, we've done all the movies, we've done all the music. I would have said that. We've done all the trending. I guess that leaves only one thing. We're going to do it.
We're going to do our first ever Born2PlayGames Top 10.
What the fuck? 3 years in the making.
And today's Top 10 goes back onto the film, movie, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, The Incredibles 2.
Incredibles 2. As I've been waiting for it for a while, and it just fits. I don't know, I feel like it fits. Yeah. It fits with the podcast.
Yes. So me and Ricky are going to be discussing in a Top 10 format our Top 10 favourite Pixar movies.
Yes.
Now, with these kind of things, it's fairly opinion-based, so I just want to throw out there, These are our opinions.
Yes.
If you disagree, leave a comment and leave us the fuck alone.
Also, we will not be including short Pixar films.
Yeah, not the Pixar shorts. We were going to do that in a separate top 10 because when we were thinking about it,
we just went off on one.
Yeah,
and
we were just like, oh, that one's really good.
Kai said ones I'd never seen and watched, and I thought, oh my god. And then
you said ones I'd never watched, and I went and watched it, and
So, disclaimer as well, Kai hasn't seen...
many. Yeah.
He probably only seen 10.
I've seen 11. 3 of them are Toy Story movies.
So Kai has a double up on, he pretty much just stated it.
Yeah, I've got a double up on Toy Story.
Whereas I've put mine more as in the category of their films instead of individuals.
I don't get out to the cinema that often. I think it's just I don't enjoy the cinema experience as much as I used to.
I think it's just too expensive.
Yeah, that as well.
Like my ex-job and current job give me discounts for Cineworld, so it works out like £6-7 a ticket. So I'm saving a bit, and obviously I get popcorn features and things. Otherwise, I think like for popcorn, a drink, and 2 movie tickets, so like a date night, it's like 30 to 40 quid.
Also, I think with me, I just like obviously with my knees, my knees get proper cramped up, so I have to be a really specific seat so I can stretch out my legs. I prefer like having control over the movie, so like if I need to take a piss, I can pause it and not miss anything.
Yeah, turn it down if it's a bit too loud.
Yeah, and like I'd go grab a drink, get something to eat or whatever. Talk as loud as I fucking want.
Yeah.
Right? I just prefer like being like it's more comfortable to watch things at home.
Yeah, I love cinemas. I have to admit, I love like me and my partner go to cinemas as much as we can. Like I said, hopefully for the next podcast, I'd actually be able to tell you what happens in Incredibles.
Yes.
If not a little bit more, try and get an unlimited card maybe.
Yeah.
But again, it just ties in really with social work life. Like not everyone can afford to have 3 hours of, like you say, you having to sit and physically not allowed to even do what you want to do.
Exactly. Like I'd rather do things in my. That's why I love Netflix.
Yeah.
I can just sit down and like if I've got time, because like I binge watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah. Fucking love that show. Can't wait for season 5 to be on there. Yeah, but anyway, let's get on with this top 10. So yeah, as I stated, our opinions. Like if you disagree, if you've got your own top 10, leave it down below and just chill your beans.
Yes.
Don't hate us.
Don't worry, I've distinguished what's Walt Disney Classics and Pixar, so you won't be able to go in the bottom and go, that's a Walt Disney film.
Yeah, like, I
hope.
I researched this. I'm pretty sure all the ones I've done are...
Yes.
So, who should start?
As top 10s were always your idea, Kai.
you start
the first ever top 10.
Okay, so my number 10 is Cars. Definitely not my favourite. Considering that I've seen 11 and one of the Toy Story films that isn't on the list would definitely be on the list, but I just didn't want to flood the list with Toy Story.
Yeah.
That kind of just says about Cars. It's probably my least favourite Pixar film I've seen. I haven't even bothered watching 2 or 3, although I have heard 3 is pretty good.
3 is very good.
But 2 was a load of shit.
3 has essentially put Cars as number 10 for me.
Well, there you go. Oh yeah, because you're looking at them as like a franchise.
Yeah. I would have chucked in a few more in its place.
Yeah.
Obviously, because I've seen pretty much every Pixar film. My partner is an excessive Disney lover, and if anything, I probably am, but refuse to say it out loud.
Yeah. Oh no, I'll say it out loud. I fucking love those Disney films.
They're not just for kids; they're for adults, and the meaning's behind pretty much every Disney film. Like you could watch a Disney film at 5 and go, "Oh my god, I love this colours and all that lot," and you watch it at like 20 and you're crying because of the meaning behind it.
Exactly. But I mean, like, a lot of people kind of like, oh, Snow White's amazing. Like, I like Snow White, but not for the reasons that most people like it.
Yeah.
Most people like it because, oh, it's like a Disney princess, happily ever after, and the prince and whatever. I like it because that is just an animation masterpiece.
Yeah.
Well, not so much masterpiece, it's more like an animation milestone.
Yeah.
Walt
The
Disney...
year it was made as well.
Yeah.
I think it was like 1914. I think it was like when the First World War was starting.
It was very, very early on, and Walt Disney just made this whole movie, and people were calling him a fucking madman. Like, you want to make an entire animated movie, you're a fucking nutter, and he did it, and people were like, well, fucking damn, okay.
It's
like,
unbelievable.
Yeah. Like, you could give Walt Disney all the shit you want. He fucking did shit.
He changed the scene.
Yeah,
and
he did shit.
Yeah. And if he was still alive, he would be worth... I'd probably say above billions, to be fair.
Yeah, that is the reason he's a pioneer of animation.
Yeah. And it's a reason that his company of Disney own pretty much everything.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. But anyway, but Cars, like, it's not terrible, but it's by no means the best.
No.
Like, I like some of the jokes in there. The most memorable one is the piston cup one. It's like he's won the piston.
What in a cup?
Yeah, he's won the piston cup 4 times. He did one in a cup. Yeah. But other than that, like, it doesn't stand out much to me. Like, there's nothing memorable off the top of my head.
Yeah.
It's just ka-chow. Like, he's become more of a meme, isn't he? There's like people putting ka-chow everywhere and what have you. Like, I don't know. I'm not too fussed about the Cars films.
Essentially, the first film is essentially him getting over himself. Like, he's obviously a love of himself, and then I think he just realises that he needs friends and families around him. He can't do everything. Yeah. Like, if shit goes wrong, where's it going to go? He doesn't. In the films, it never perceives that he had like a family. It was always like he was pushed in the limelight, a bit like some kids are sometimes pushed straight into music. And it's like, if you don't do music, then whatever. Yeah,
I hate things like that.
So I think the premise of the first film was like to have that sort of family, friends. Like, you need them more than you need your job or whatever. And then obviously he still wins the race. Actually, no, he doesn't even win the race, does he? In the first one, he matey flips out, doesn't he? And then he pushes him over the finish line.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because what's his name? Green mustache guy. Yeah. I mean, he didn't strictly have a mustache, but his grill was clearly styled to be a fucking mustache.
It was stated to be a mustache.
Yeah.
So it's just a good signal. It's not all about winning. It's all about like actually sticking to like what's right in that situation, which is a good message. That's like the adult message to kids. Kids just think, "Oh, cars, new."
And then the second one was some stupid like car spy thing.
Yeah, that was like what was going on there. It's like some sort of agency thing. I didn't personally really watch the second one that much. And then the third one, obviously, there's a massive meaning. Obviously, it's like a loss of Doc. Obviously, his coach and instructor.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was basically like, obviously, essentially at old age. So it's like, for a kid's perspective, it's like losing a granddad or whatever. Yeah. So obviously, for an adult's perspective, it's because what Disney films do well is they
kick you in the feels.
Yeah, the thing is, like with a kid, they actually help you deal with something. Bambi, like obviously the simple things for that. Obviously, that's classics, but.
Oh my god, what's his name? Mufasa. That's it. I almost called him Mustafa. That's what I was like. No, but Mufasa.
Yeah.
Like,
straight in the
face. It's like Simba just like crawling up under his arm. Like, oh fuck.
Dad. But yeah, so thing. But anyway, number 9, Mr. Wade.
That was Cars number 10. Your number 10 as well.
Yeah.
All right, cool. It was. I remember hearing that. Number 9 for me is Ratatouille. Ratatouille, that is a Pixar film, right?
It is indeed, yeah.
Cool. So yeah, Ratatouille. Not a terrible film. Like it's definitely a step up from Cars, but I just don't think it's one of the like most more notable ones. No. From things like it's not when I think of Pixar films, Ratatouille doesn't jump into my head.
Yeah, it doesn't jump out straight away.
No.
It didn't even make my list, Ratatouille.
Really?
No.
But no, I enjoyed Ratatouille. Like I love the concept of like a rat puppeteer like pulling on dude's hair and like just fucking dragging them around the kitchen. Yeah. Like the reference in like the Incredibles boxes.
Yeah.
That everyone noticed like 5 years after, like, what the
fuck? In Cars there's actually a reference. You know the restaurant. I can't remember what the restaurant's called in Ratatouille. Like where obviously the big place where he's
it was like Gustav's?
Yeah, something like that. There's I think it's in the second Cars, they're actually in a town and it's like Carstows or something. Yeah, it's like the restaurant. Obviously Pixar, they do amazing sort
of... Oh yeah, no, they're just constant reference. Like, have you heard the actual Pixar theory?
I probably have, yeah.
Mate, it's fucking bonkers. And when you put it together, it fucking works. Yeah. It's like, who was at the start? I can't remember, but basically, like, Toy Story is after WALL-E or something like that, because they're like, eventually the humans move back to work and like the technology advances to the point where you've got actual functioning toys and whatever. And it was a fucking... I think it started with Monster Inc. No, it started with Brave, but it linked to Monster Inc. because they believed that the old lady in the woods from Brave, who was like carving figures, like because she carved the figure of Sully.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, she's Boo. She was like, when she got older, she remembered Sully and she started travelling through doors and stuff and she ended up in the park, like in this fucking wilderness place. I don't know. I can't remember the full details, but it was fucking mad.
Oh yeah, they linked madness, yeah.
The weirdest one was people comparing Toy Story to The Walking Dead.
There's actually a T-shirt of I think it's so I can't remember what it actually says. It's like the story of Dead or something, and it's like a picture of Woody behind a tree and a zombie in the background. It's quite cool.
But like Ratatouille, it's good.
Yeah, it is a good film.
It's not the best, it's not the worst, but it's a good film. It's enjoyable. Yes. I think it was one of those ones we always used to watch in middle school. They were like, oh, just chuck on Ratatouille, they've done all their work.
I was going to say, it was always one thing. My number 9 is Inside Out.
I have never seen Inside Out.
Which is quite a newish one.
Yes, I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's like one of those ones that focuses on like emotions and shit like that, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it was the penultimate Disney film to come out. So obviously, Coco's the most recent, and then obviously prior to that, I think it was Inside Out. Yeah. I don't think there's anything in between. But Inside Out is essentially a child that's going through like her family like in a shit state, like marriage falling apart or whatever. They've just moved house and arguments kick in, and essentially, obviously, she has 5 feelings. So it's sadness, joy, sickness, fear, and anger. And obviously they're all like their own little characters. So obviously anger's always wanting to like kick the shit out of things or like break something. Yeah.
He's a little red dude who gets like fire pop out his head.
Yeah. And then obviously you've got like fear. Obviously scared of everything. Sickness, which is always like, oh no, don't touch that sort of thing. But essentially the little girl, she has like a brilliant life. Obviously she enjoys herself like any kid does, plays with friends. Obviously she moves away, so she don't have any friends anymore. And that lot. And then obviously the world, it's all to do with, like, they're all in the brain, like, controlling what's going on. But obviously, because she can see, like, sort of, in a sense, like, child depression kicks in because of family, she doesn't have friends and that. So, like, the world in her head just diminishes and goes all grey, and then obviously all the feelings get away, so they have to just try and make it better. But so, that's another, again, quite a good meaning.
Yeah, it sounds like one of those ones where it's like, it's got, like, a feely thing to it.
Yeah. But no, it's good. So, that's my number 9.
Fair enough. So number 8, WALL-E.
And I'm going to say Snap. Is WALL-E for me as well, yeah.
No, I really liked WALL-E. It was nice. I thought WALL-E was just fucking adorable.
Yeah.
He's just like, got like this fucking collection of shit. He's got the fucking, what was it? It's like he's watching some movie and they're holding hands and he tries to like connect his hands together and shit. And it's just.
Yeah, is it Eve?
Eva,
yeah.
Like, that movie has got to be like the best movie with minimal dialogue.
Oh yeah,
half the movie is Eva, WALL-E, Eva, WALL-E.
WALL-E. But it's a banging film. Obviously, the meaning behind that was thing. I'm not going to go into the meaning for everyone because we'll be here forever. But
no, WALL-E was good. I like WALL-E. Yes. Now, go on, you got my number 7 this time.
My number 7 is the newest of the bunch, Coco.
Not seen it.
Yeah, obviously.
It's like a Day of the Dead kind of
thing.
It's
it's strange because I didn't actually like the film.
Then why is it number 7? 7.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, why is it number 7? And I can't actually give you a physical reason why.
Okay.
But when I came out the cinema, well, actually no, when I was in the cinema watching it, it was like an hour in, and I thought, oh my god, this was meant to be good. But it probably would have been on Paul's list. Paul didn't send us a list in, but Paul loved the film. Because he was the one that recommended me to go and watch it. I was going to watch it anyway, but he sort of told me the story and I was like, Jesus. And obviously go watch it for yourself anyway, and I'm not going to go into the story because like I say, it takes too long. But the beginning of it, I just found it boring. And then suddenly there was just a twist in it. And I was like, do you know what? It's picking up a bit. And then it started like proper like kicking you like in the bollocks, like emotion wise, like very teary eyes, and it was like, oh Jesus. And I just liked it in the end. It was very different, and it was very like well done. And the Day of the Dead thing, and obviously it brought like the Mexican sort of.
Yes.
Yeah, it was good. But that's why it's number 7, because it just sort of turned its way around and it really like hit me. It's like a film that's not hit me like that sort of animation perspective. It's like it's quite good. So that's why it's number 7. But out of a bunch of the Pixar films I've seen, it probably wouldn't be my favourite to watch. I wouldn't pick it straight off the shelf. No. But it's on there for a different meaning, if that makes sense.
Alright, okay, cool. My number 7 is A Bug's Life.
Banging film.
I believe it was like the first movie they did, wasn't it? Was it one of the first movies they did?
Probably was one. I think it probably was the first film.
I think so.
Pixar film, anyway.
Yeah, I think it was their first one with Disney.
Yeah.
Just fucking classic. Yeah. Really, it's just in every way, just a classic. I can't really describe it other than that.
Yeah, it is. It's a banger. It's such a good
film. Obviously, there was a rivalry between that and Ants.
Yeah.
That was the dreaded DreamWorks Picture Studio.
And then, but I think the best part of that film is obviously the caterpillar.
Oh yeah,
I'm a beautiful butterfly.
I'm a beautiful butterfly. Oh god, I love that film.
But yeah,
I love just the circus insects in general.
Yeah,
and you got like the cricket.
Mm.
Can't remember his name, but he was a dick.
Yeah,
wasn't it Flick? That was the name of the protagonist, right? Flick.
Yeah,
like
yeah. I think
it's been a long time since I've watched.
Oh yeah, it has to me.
I fucking love it.
The bit I always remember on that film was the like little cockroach in that like proper like shithole, and it was like, that basically obviously was perceived as like a homeless person. And it was like, so and so ripped off my legs or something, and it's like Jesus. And obviously, as a kid, most people pick off their legs or nasty little buggers. But yeah, it's quite good.
But yeah, no, definitely number 7 for A Bug's Life.
Yeah.
Number 6.
See, number 6 for me was A Bug's Life.
Oh.
So we've covered it, so right.
Okay, so
jump onto yours.
Number 6 for me is The Incredibles, movie we talked about earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, fucking. It's to sum it up, it's incredible.
Yeah, The Incredibles is incredible. Yeah.
Like, there's just so many incredible things. Like, because you haven't just got like the Incredibles characters, you've got like Frozone as well.
Yeah.
Honey, where's my super suit?
Oh, I absolutely love that bit.
Yeah, but it's been a while since I've watched these movies, so excuse me if I like stumble through these things. But I think like who was the bad guy? What was the name of the bad guy? Syndrome. He was quite a good bad guy.
Yeah,
like
he's very cool.
The thing where like he made what's his? I know he's Mr. Incredible, but what's his name?
What the actual?
Yeah,
I don't know. I just call him Mr. Incredible.
Yeah, well, the part where he made Mr. Incredible think that like his family fucking died in a plane explosion or something. Yeah. I was like, fucking hell.
Yeah. You bastard.
And the fact that he's just like he just presses a button and he can just flick shit all over the fucking place. Yeah. Kind of looks like he's in like Ginger Super Saiyan mode or something.
Oh yeah, he was a very, very, very good villain.
He was a pretty good villain. I liked him. And just when they all come together at the end, and this is awesome.
Yeah.
And then we just got fucking baited, like they all come out of like fucking Dash's Sports Day or something.
I have to admit, I love that bit where they're all sat there, obviously like proud mum and dad, and the family's all there.
Yeah. And
then he's running, and then they're like, no, go back, and he's just like runs in front, and then he runs behind.
Yeah.
And it's like take seconds.
It's like slow down. Yeah, there you go. But no, I just like it at the end where they come out of his sports day. And like the Underminer comes up and they just put on the thing, and then we're just baited for like the next 10+ years.
Yes,
we got a game.
Yes,
we got a game, Incredibles: Rise of the Underminer,
which was a good game, to be fair.
Like, still don't even know. Like we say, we don't even know if
the Underminer's in the movie.
Yeah,
probably is. You'll probably chuck it in the comments, but
Incredibles it's awesome. I like how they like bring the family side of into like the superhero kind of thing. There's not really many things you see comboed with like this. Like, you see like them try to handle family life and superheroes as well. Like it's like Superman trying to handle his relationship with Lois Lane.
It's trying to balance them so that people don't automatically want superheroes everywhere.
Exactly. But like to have it where like the whole family's superpowered and they're trying to like balance their normal lives and superheroes, like that's pretty cool. Yeah. Like the outlaw and superheroes and shit. Yeah. And that guy who gets sucked into a fucking jet engine.
Knockhips!
Knockhips! Fucking her, the little... She's awesome.
Yeah, she's wicked.
She's in the new film. I've seen her in the trailers.
I can't wait to see her there.
What's her name again?
Oh, God.
I can't remember.
Oh, I don't remember.
Whatever.
But yeah, anyway, so obviously my number 6 was Bug's Life, yours was The Incredibles. Number 5 for myself is Finding Nemo.
Snap!
Yeah,
Finding Nemo. There we are.
It was the first film I ever saw at the cinema.
Really?
My mum and dad, yeah. And it's the last film my mum and dad ever watched.
Oh.
I remember, a little story about my childhood. We went to see it on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Me and my mum were going, my dad was at work.
Mm-hmm.
We walked in, my mum went to buy the tickets, and I think I was looking at the posters or the cutouts or whatever they were. And my mum walked over to me and she said, I'm really sorry to say this, but there's no screenings for it.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, but there's meant to be one at 2:00. And she said, because obviously this was back in the day, you had to look at the newspapers because there wasn't computers.
Oh, wow.
So, well, we had a computer, but I didn't know personally how to use it. So we looked in the newspaper and it said all the times and all the little leaflet or whatever. And it had like a little asterisk next to it. And at the bottom it said the asterisk means it's not on Sundays or whatever.
Ah.
So, unfortunately, I didn't get to see it. And then I was like, oh, that's heartbreaking. And at the time, because obviously I used to work for McDonald's, they obviously do the film toys. Yeah. So my mum was like, we'll go to McDonald's and then we'll go and watch it another day, maybe when your dad's off. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. So I think we went to the park and that. And then we went to McDonald's and obviously they had Finding Nemo toys. And I was like, oh, wicked. I can't wait to have a Finding Nemo toy. They had sold out.
For fuck's sake.
So
you were denied Nemo.
So I was heartbroken.
You were trying to find Nemo.
And I ended up getting like one of them little like songs. Do you remember them little toys?
Oh,
you pressed it and it was a song. It was a bloody Spice Girl song or something.
Oh, nice.
So I was very happy with that. I ate my McDonald's and that was fine. And then one of the members of staff, I didn't know her personally because I used to work there, but she must have left beforehand. Yeah. She said, because she knew that I was upset with the toy, she'd get me a Finding Nemo balloon. Right. And I was like, oh, that'd be wicked. So I know she came back. She came back and they'd run out of helium, so I had no balloon. So they say, but all things come in threes, and mine did. I didn't get to see the film, I didn't get a Happy Meal toy, and I didn't get my balloon. But a week later, or so and so, I went with my dad, and my mum and dad loved the film, and I loved the film. Yeah. And just jumping out of the film subject for a second, the video game was probably the longest I've ever played on a video game at a young age with my mum.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, very cool.
Fair enough. I don't think I watched it until they played it in the school.
Huh. Yeah. What school did you go to? I love this.
Southern. I didn't love it.
To be fair, when that teacher used to whip out a TV on wheels.
Oh yeah, everyone's like, oh, we're either watching like some fucking boring documentary or we're watching some fucking, depending on the time of the year.
Yeah.
Like if it was near the end of term, we'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah, near Christmas.
Oh shit.
Sorry, near the holidays.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, Finding Nemo is a banger film.
Yeah, I love Finding Nemo. It's cool. I love Dory.
Yeah.
I didn't realise for years that...
it's Ellen.
I didn't realise it was Ellen DeGeneres. I was like, oh, okay.
Do you know, the only reason I found out it was Ellen was when...
Finding Dory came out?
No, well, yeah, when Finding Dory came out, which is another good film.
I watched it.
When... Oh my god, who plays Woody?
Shit. Tom Hanks.
Oh, that's the one. I couldn't think.
Tim Honks.
Yeah, when Tom Hanks went on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and they were doing like Close Your Eyes, and it's like childhood thing, and Woody's like arguing with Dory.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's the only time I found out it was Ellen. Yeah, Finding Nemo was a good one. Obviously, the message is obviously like don't run away from your dad.
Don't run away, you stupid little fucking.
Your mum gets eaten by a bigger fish, and you run away from your dad. Don't do it.
Yeah, little fucking bastard.
Don't do it, kids.
Don't you touch that boat.
So yeah, that's number 5 covered.
Yes.
Number 4 for me is The Incredibles.
Ah.
So we've already covered it, but obviously for me it was higher up the list.
Yes. For me, I've got Up. I like Up. Up's a good film. The first 5 minutes emotionally killed me.
Heartbreaking. When I first watched it, I didn't really understand what was going on. No. Watching it like last year, probably this year at some point.
Yeah.
When you find out that obviously they grow up together, they're about to have children and start a family, and then the doctor obviously tells her she can't have children.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no. And it just sends
it goes downhill from there.
It's just horrible.
Like they're going up the hill, she can't make it up the hill, she's in hospital, and she fucking dies, and he's just sat outside the fucking, with the bullet.
And then even right until the end when he gives him that pin.
Yeah.
And it's just like, after he lost everything, like his house and the continental house. But yeah, really good film.
Oh, fuck it. It's an emotional roller coaster. I really like that film.
Yeah.
I love the dog.
Oh.
Squirrel!
But that film. Oh, it's definitely up there. Obviously, for you, it's your number 4.
Is it on your list?
It is. And it's actually my next number. It's my 3rd.
Oh, it's your 3rd.
Yeah. It's my top 3.
My 3rd is something you'll probably be talking about a bit more later. Like, should I just mention it now, or we'll just talk about it when we get to it?
Yeah.
So my number 3 is Toy Story 2. But we'll talk about that a bit further onto it.
So yeah, obviously number 3 for me was Up. Yours was Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
Second is another Snapmeister.
Is it Monsters Inc?
It's his Monsters Inc.
I fucking love Monsters Inc.
It is
so
phenomenal.
Good. I haven't seen Monsters University.
Monsters University is a prequel.
Yes, I knew that much.
Obviously, being a university, and it's just very. Obviously, it shows how they got friends. Because obviously, you'd think one-eyed small green thing and a big blue furry
to
thing.
be fair, you could probably buy it in the Monsters Inc.
Well, yeah, true. But thing, but like them two as characters is brilliant. They're like just best friends and they bump off of each other, and it's really like well.
Yeah.
Like compared to the other films, it's sort of like there's a protagonist or there's just one main feature. That one, it's both, and there isn't a main character.
Yeah.
And obviously with Boo.
And when you think about like the time it came out, it looks fucking amazing.
Oh
like,
god!
Fucking individual hairs on Sully. It's fucking mad.
It's just visually pleasing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's fucking awesome. Randall's a bastard.
He is.
Fucking hated Randall.
In Monsters University, though, he's brilliant.
Is he?
Because he's basically like a geek. He wears glasses and everything.
Oh, wow.
And the main reason, obviously, in Monsters Inc. he has that squint, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That evil squint.
Yeah.
In Monsters University, Sully breaks his glasses accidentally at a party.
Oh.
And he squints, and then obviously he turns invisible and like it's all slippery. And that's why basically he's like not a bad guy. That's why he doesn't really like Sully or Mike.
Because he accidentally broke his glasses.
Yeah. So, I think that's basically a bit like in Family Guy, you got the fighting chicken. It's that sort of like...
You gave me an expired coupon, you mother...
Yeah. Sort of, I think that's what they wanted to do, was just make you like the adults think. Because obviously it came out so long after, obviously it'd be like obviously we don't have children, but like if we watched it with our children, we'd go, by the way, Randall is an arsehole.
Yeah.
But now we sort of know why he's sort of click into place. And I think that's good, especially like well, we'll go on to it in a second, but there's films like they've brought out newer versions and it links back to the old ones, and it's just spot on by Disney.
This is so many awesome moments. One of my favourite parts is when they've got like the kid monsters and Mike's with them, and he like some kid says like, Mike, what's asking? He's like, yeah, sure, kid, whatever, and it just bites onto his fucking hand. And he's like, yeah,
Mike Wazowski. Yeah. Oh, brilliant!
Such a fuck.
And then when they dress up Boo as well.
Yeah.
Such, all right. And the sock. The
23.90.
Oh, yeah, it's phenomenal. Really good.
Mike Wazowski, you forgot to fill your paperwork this morning.
Always watching. She's in Monsters University.
Yeah. Oh, such a fucking good film. But not the best.
No, because it's not our number one, and our number one is Toy Story.
I mean, it's obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's going to be up there with a lot of people.
It's obviously Toy Story. It's fucking amazing.
Toy
Story 1
thousands of records. Yeah, it still exceeds everything. And
yeah, like Toy Story 1 is outright number 1.
Yeah.
Toy Story 2, like I said, is number 3 for me. To put Toy Story 3 on the list, I would say maybe 7, 8 around there. Yeah. Like it's good, but it's nowhere near as good as the first two.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, there was the fucking furnace.
Oh my god!
Where everyone was like, "Oh my god, they're legit gonna kill them! Please don't kill them!" It's just when fucking like Jesse's like, "What are we gonna do?" And Buzz just puts out his hand, and you're like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah, just don't do this.
And they all just like link hands, and like, "Oh no, don't do this."
The funniest and the best bit for me on that film, I believe, is when they reset Buzz.
He's fucking Spanish.
It's brilliant. But yeah, Family Guy, it's Family Guy. What am I on about? I'm not asleep now. Toy Story is phenomenal. Probably one of the best animations out there. Broken loads of records.
This is fucking incredible.
The third one, I appreciate what they did with it. I think they made it knowing it wasn't going to be
as good as the first.
They knew that they weren't going to be able to turn it because obviously the adults and stuff. But the fact that they actually did it, so Andy had grown up within each year that passed by, it was pretty much exactly the same sort of time frame.
Yeah.
Obviously he moved on, and then it was like the toys are sort of they're being forgotten. They obviously all get sent to daycare accidentally, but obviously Woody's on his own in a sense, and obviously everything. But yeah, no, it's good.
So that bit at the end where the girl waves Woody's hand goodbye, and Andy's like, I'm like, oh no, don't make this a sad girl. You're an adult, Andy. Fuck off. Don't show this.
It's as if everybody in the cinema at that point
Yeah.
It's like as if all their faces just turned into Andy.
Yeah.
Because I think everybody did the same, like,
Oh no.
But, yeah. Toy Story 4 is being confirmed, and the last I know is July the 4th.
Yeah, isn't it supposed to be like
2020.
between 2 and 3?
According so, apparently it's going to be featured around Miss Bo Peep and what happened to her.
Yeah, because like they can't just do that thing in fucking Toy Story 3 where they're talking about like, you know, people getting left behind or just getting thrown away or something, and then Rex's like, you mean like Bo Peep? And everyone's like, wait, what happened to Bo Peep? Fucking answer my question, dickhead. What happened to Bo Peep?
Yeah. See, it's there's theories as well that Jessie was Andy's mum's old toy.
Yeah, because
of
the hat.
Yeah, the flashbacks and the hat.
Yeah.
Of when Andy used to run around with the hat.
God, that bit in Toy Story 2, fucking
Stinky Pete.
Stinky Pete's an asshole.
Yeah. It's another villain that.
Oh, my biscuits are burning.
But yeah, so I think that's a good end to it.
Yeah, just Toy Story.
Toy
Also,
Story
I just want to point out, Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue is fucking best movie license game that's ever been made. Quote me on it.
Period. And that will probably be number one in many of our top 10s to come in the future.
I fucking love that game.
But yeah, so there's our top 10s. We'll recap. Mine from 1 to 10 was obviously Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Up, The Incredibles, Finding Nemo, A Bug's Life, Coco, Wall-E, Inside Out, Cars.
Okay, mine from 10 to 1, because it would make more sense to count down,
Right, yeah.
is Cars, Ratatouille, Wall-E, Bug's Life, The Incredibles, Finding Nemo, Up, Toy Story 2, Monsters Inc., and Toy Story Uno.
Yes. So, synopsis of it is our lists are very similar.
Yes.
There's only 3 films there that, like, together. The rest are all there. So, obviously, Ratatouille you chose. I personally didn't choose it. I would have probably chose it over, like, maybe Cars, maybe, but it's sort of on that sort of level. For me, it would have probably been like a 10.
Yeah.
And obviously, I had Coco and Inside Out. But as you stated, you haven't seen the newer ones, so...
No. I need to catch up on my Pixar, I think.
I think you do. Yeah. Maybe we'll come back to this list in the future.
Maybe.
Mine will probably still be the same because I've seen pretty much every Disney film. And
what about The Good Dinosaur? That wasn't on your list.
to be fair, though, that's actually an alright film as well.
I didn't think. I heard people say it didn't. I've never seen it, but I heard people say like, yeah, it wasn't
isn't
Pixar
the best.
standard.
It isn't the best, but it's the meaning really. You've got to look at it for meanings instead of an actual like watch.
But I believe that's the podcast.
It is, and hopefully it's not 4 hours. It probably
it's about 2 hours.
Yeah,
that's reasonable.
Yeah, we will try and cut them down to an hour, but obviously this is the main one with first time.
I think like hour and a half is like a reasonable time, but yeah. So there we go, folks.
We've done it, and we've done a top 10.
We've done the top 10. You can shut up now. Well, nobody was actually saying anything.
Well, you might not have actually seen us do a top 10 because you might not have got this far.
Exactly.
But if you have, OGs, and you can comment down below.
Yes. And I want a round of applause for not falling asleep.
What should they comment? We should put hashtags they should comment. See if they really are OG.
Hashtag guacamole.
Hashtag guacamole.
Hashtag gaming craze.
Yes, my old channel.
Yeah,
I actually I've got it back after a year of trying.
Hey, that's got over 1,000 subscribers. Maybe we should move over there.
Yeah. From now on, all correspondence will be sent to Gaming Craze.
Yeah.
But no, so with that, hashtag Gaming Craze down below.
Yeah. And
I will comment from Gaming Craze.
Yeah.
To say, did anyone hear me get mentioned? So you have to find him.
Well, it can't if I did it, seeing as I already know it's a thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true. But with that. We shall see you next. Well, you can listen to us next time.
Yes.
You might see us in an update video. We like having a little laugh with them, don't we? Our faces. They're funny. Yeah. Maybe do like 10-minute power hours. Like steal some ideas.
Steal some. No. Dude, I love 10-minute power hours.
Yeah. But with that, see you later.
Bye.